Welcome to Season 6 of the Hot Potato Challenge. In this season, 2 teams of streamers will be going head-to-head in a competition. Their goal? Launch the most royalty into space so they can win back their place on the throne. Please enjoy the season and check the description below to learn more about these wonderful streamers. Which empire will come out on top?
So I was left with Sui mentioning that there's this monument that Super Duper has to get done, but we're lacking the stone for it. And I'm assuming that's what this is. The prophetic edifice. Oh. Missing still some walls, wooden walls. Missing a couple sarcophagi, doors, grand steel things. Marble, wood, marble. Marble. It's all marble, bit of sandstone going on, a little bit of limestone. But these are actively being built, so it looks like we're mostly just waiting on marble. Okay, yeah, this is a very large monument. This thing is massive. And we're keeping this forbidden just so they can more easily get into it because the doors are way out there. I'm gonna go ahead and unforbid that. Feel free to do that. That's okay. Alright, so yeah, marble, which, yeah, we're lacking. But she had, yeah, a colony set up. Just a little mining colony to get some chunks and to make stone blocks. And we're just caravanning back and forth blocks, which seems like the oddest way of doing that. And Duck seems to be the mule back and forth or so. Major break, Rozio. Give me a minute. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, we're doing Blue Light District. That's us. We got Duck heading toward with 5 animals. They'll be there in just 0.3 days towards Backgammon's village. Duck being, I'm assuming, mining. Mining and also crafting. Global work to bonus 35% though. Great. Dead shot though. Wow. Nice. So I guess I'll let you do that run, but I'm probably going to tell people instead to just use the deep drills and just get chunks, and we'll just generate chunks right next to a stone cutting bench, and we'll just go through priorities to get that to working. How much time do we have? 8.5 days? That sounds so bad. It's mostly done. But we're doing this for the 1589 gold, which is a lot of royal favor. The current plan is mostly just ignoring royal favor from quests and just accepting the fact that that's so RNG that you can't really control it. And we're going to be just getting as much gold as we possibly can. There's also a hay harvest decree from Emil Winter, our current royal mule. 2,066 hay. Oof. Okay. 8 days for that. I think hay grass takes 7 days, so that'd be like 14 days in normal soil. Yeah, 14 days in normal soil. So I don't know if she's already got some of that up and going, but we'll have to do that too before it's too late. And Alistor. Welcome back, apparently, Alistor. The colony itself looks like we've expanded a little bit, making some more room for monuments. We've sucked up another geothermal. Turrets, I'm assuming, is all under control. For the most part, looking a little bit weak down here. But that's I suppose, okay. Definitely got the right side covered. That's just nuts. That's why it feels like it takes forever for it to grow? What's that? How is that? How decrees work on harsher biomes? How do you even grow hay on sea ice? I believe that will only decrease something that's actually possible for you to do. I can't tell you if that's always been the case. I feel like probably when it was first out, that wasn't the case, and they would decree wild things like that. But as far as I know, only if it's something you could actually do. And this is my last hot potato personally. Yeah, we still have this coming week, I believe, next Sunday. So in 7 days will be the very final hot potato. And that will be the 8 without table finishing it off. For our team, we'll have Exeli finishing it off on Saturday. So all of it rides on her. Looks like we do have a bit of hay grass going on. But a lot of hay grass going on. We have a lot of things going on, actually. What is all this? Hops. Okay. Rich soil hops. And a stockpile for... I'm assuming that was quick materials to get that built up. I'm gonna get rid of that. A bit of heel root. A little bit of corn. Corn that is ready to harvest. Corn that is ready to harvest. Corn that's just about ready to harvest. Need to take a look at our growers and see what they're up to. And generally probably look at priorities as well. Sui warned me that the priorities are a bit of a mess. And I've yet to actually see this thing ever be built. It seems like so much manpower to get that thing up and done. Talk about the hay grass growing, taking 14 days. That's why it feels like it takes forever. No, yeah, it does take a while. Yeah, 7 days, but with the way that RimWorld's growing works, it's actually 14 days in normal soil. A little bit faster in rich soil. Cannot be hydroponics, so it kind of is what it is. It takes a little while. So, I mean, food-wise, we're rocking a lot of potatoes and corn, which is, I suppose, fair enough. We did have 2 growers when I left off. I think Alistair and Shabby Wabby were both the growing monsters, both with, yeah, a bunch of field hands. Yeah, the plague. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. You too, Shabby? No. Well, you do have a permanent crack in the spine. Fantastic. It's only 96% efficiency, though. That's a pretty minor crack. It sounds worse than it is. Okay. But yeah, Alistair and Shabby Wabby still both with the field hands. Good, good, good. Happy to hear that. I think I'm going to... wipe... wipe all of these. And we'll sort of start over with it. Because what's been happening is I typically just leave the priorities kind of sort of as is and let Miko handle it. But since we're getting here toward the end for our team, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that my turn is relatively efficient and make sure we actually get stuff done. So... yeah. I'm going to prioritize a little bit, though, crafting, mining, and construction to make sure that this actually does get done in time, because I don't want to miss out on that. That's a lot of gold. Hey, Awerty, how you doing? Also, Hakaos and Tails and Fenring and all sorts of folks. There's a chunk drill above solar. Is that one? Yeah, that's one. Oh yeah, there's a few there. A few there. One there. Selected 4 similar things. I'm sure I'm missing one somewhere. Oh, it's like where's Waldo? Okay, I don't know. But we got 3 here. Sandstone. Marble. Marble, perfect. That's what we're after. I will unforbid that one. Reinstall you over as well. Probably unforbid you as well. Folks who can mine, whoops. I'm gonna say go for it. People who can craft, I'm gonna say go for it. Aside from that, the growers of Alistair and Shabby Wabby definitely do that with the plant cutting. I guess you're doing mining afterwards. Make sure we get some cooking going on. Zeri Zen the Wubs? Excuse me? You're cooking. Along with Yeti, apparently. Sure, sure. Wardening? We have a different prison system set up. Because this wasn't working at all. The idea behind the prison that's not a prison was generally good and fine, but I can't confirm it, but apparently a couple players weren't doing it quite right. And that's why we always, when it was my turn, there was just constant breaks happening and fistfights and everything, and they were always injured and needed a bed. Apparently we were having trouble committing with that, and the nutrient paste dispenser wasn't working right for some people or something? I don't really know. So we've changed tactic with that now. We now have a prison up here where we take care of people in the prisoner beds or hospital beds if we really need to. Anybody that we can get downed, we take them in, we get them fixed up. When they can walk, we put them back down under. We anesthetize them, so they're sleeping, and then we carry them to a crypto sleep casket straight away. And then we keep them there until the royal flavor dude shows up, and then we take them out, they recover from their anesthetic, and then when they could walk again, we can sell them. That's the plan, so we don't have to worry about the breaks anymore. Hull plus normal hull, it's just a simple priority type thing. Hull plus is a really convenient far left category that you can set up. So you can set that to 1 with everybody else, or with everybody, and only things that you designate for hull plus will be done then. But because it's all the way on the left instead of all the way on the right, you can have this set up at priority 1 so it's done immediately as soon as you tell them to do it. Whereas if you have hull over here set as 1, then all this stuff's not being done until after the hauling's being done, and it's just harder to organize the categories that way. So it's just it's just a way to really conveniently tell people to haul urgently for stuff and things. Warden, so I don't think we need. I'll put a couple of you on. I'll put a meal on wardening. That's fine. FG obviously on the handling, along with Alistair's apparently. I don't know, just FG. She can manage it. Hunting. Jeez. We all have chain shotguns. Not a big fan of chain shotgun hunting. How are we doing with the food? Simple meals. Pretty much just simple meals. Which is kind of fine, but I mean, look at the colony state. Like, we're not getting this cleaned. Cleaning's just, it's not happening. It's impossible the colony of this size and this few colonists. Have I heard of the X Pirates mod for XCOM? Really extensive. Like, really extensive. I have, but I'm not sure X Pirates is actually YouTube friendly or Twitch friendly or life friendly for that matter. I don't know what sort of censorship is available and possible with it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd like to check it out. I'd also like to check out the X-Files and all sorts of mod packs and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested in my classic XCOM stuff, there is no shortage of that coming by. I mean, I guess all of these unforbid, we can melt them down and stuff, right? I guess, technically. So if I do hunting, that means that we have to find room to store their meat, which looks like... Ah, nice. Guaranteed meat storage. Convenient. Thank you for whoever did that. So yeah, we have the guaranteed meals space, the guaranteed raw veg space that's completely overfilling, and a bit of meat space. So yeah, I could go ahead and set up a little bit of hunting, just to make sure we get some fine meals going. And that can be generally people who aren't doing the crafting or construction or mining, which construction also, oops, will set you guys to do. Get that done. So we still have... I think I'll just leave that. We'll keep it simple. We got construction. Handling, cooking, construction. Crafting's not hugely being done by people. Well, no, that's okay. I mean, even if you're kind of garbage at crafting, it's only chunks. Making bricks is really basic work. But alright, we can do, I mean, FG is going to be doing the animals all the time, always, I think. Titan. And Emil, yeah, okay. We'll see about that. I'll put off the hunting for a little bit, I think, maybe. Mood's looking kind of strange. Unsightly 8 without table. Innocent prisoner died, unsightly 8 without table. 8 without table, unsightly innocent prisoner died. I'm noticing a trend. Ravenously hungry on Titan. Innocent prisoner died. Recreation unfulfilled. Alright, yeah, how we doing with this? Not as bad as I expected. Excella, Yeti, and Emil doing meditation. Maintaining quite a lot of meditation, actually. Flash drum, smoke pop, beckon, the heat dump, pain block. None of these I really care about, like at all. So we're gonna bring that down a lot. And then Emil. Look at that Countess with 283 royal favor on him still. Jesus Christ. That's a bunch. You've got Throne Speech, Burden, Water Skip? Oh, right, yes. Make things wet. Back in Wall Raise, Flash Storm, Manhunter Pulse. We can go for a decent bit with you, that's fine. Although, since you are super duper fancy, Emil, I think I'm gonna have you generally just, like, meditate. Recreation, like, don't really worry about working that much, and, like, a little bit of guaranteed sleep. Like, just don't worry about it. Hey, how you doing, TX? Welcome, welcome. Potato roasting. It's a bit sloppy, a little bit messy. I dropped one on the... Well, I didn't drop it, no. We got it too close to the burner, how about? Got a little too hot. Maybe. But looking okay. Haven't really done anything yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Excelli also. Berserk, level 6 Berserk Pulse? Oh, okay, you stole that. Okay. You're not supposed to have that. Alright, fine. I think we ignore that, though. So, generally, everybody on that schedule except Emil and Zerizen, I'm assuming you are a night owl. No, you're not. You're just currently set to be at night, which is kind of okay. But we'll just, there. Do that. Emil Winter being set to inside walls to keep them safe. Inside walls, which is... Yeah, I guess that works. That works okay, I guess. So that is... I've still never messed with this mod. I never got around to learning it. That's... I think the basics there with that. Calling and cleaning not being done. I mean, I could set the cleaning to be... The struggles of receiving a save after a couple of weeks. Man, so much changes. Area 1. Area 2? Okay. Sorry. Some sort of sacrifice, I assume. Area 3 is quite large. I think Area 3 is obsolete. Okay. I'm gonna rip these apart. Don't get shot by mechs. I think we can also remove that. Because there's no threats anymore. There was like this massive hive up here that I saw. Up there and also on the left, I think, a little bit. But it looks like we got that taken care of. So I think we're okay to remove that as well. So hauling animals, animal doormen, meat eating, veggie eating inside walls. I'm going to go ahead and assume this is generally set up. I think. So I'm going to say... cleaning. I'm gonna rename it though, priority cleaning, so nobody gets super confused about it. Priority cleaning, and this is going to be the kitchen. The throne room. Which we do have undignified throne room. I'm assuming that's it being a bit yuck. And the hospital. Aside from that, that should be... I think that's everything we really need to have cleaned. The rest of it's kind of whatever. So yeah, I'm going to set that to priority cleaning. And we can have a couple people do that. It looks like maybe... for the moment, nobody. Perhaps we have Minorly do it? And then mine? Since you're not great at mining anyway? See about that. And Titan needs treatment. Seems okay. Undignified throne room impressiveness. That is, yeah, it's very dirty in there. I'm pretty sure is all that is. I'm gonna set you guys to 9. How about? And then they can like, I can manually clean it. Alex the Badger with a tier 1 sub with 12 months. Thank you very much. Hugely appreciated. Congrats on the promotion. Enjoy the nice pretty pink badge. Happy to have you. Some of the EDFs are quite loud, yeah. It also doesn't help that the game itself is actually really cool. This is a quiet song that's playing right now. Some of these tracks are just like super duper quiet. Check animals. Looks okay. What's the difference between meat eating and hauling? Okay, just that. Yeah, I'm gonna say like the hauling animals. That seems okay. Oh yeah, we might want to prioritize this cleaning too. Yikes. It looks like just bombs went off everywhere in the colony. What the hell happened? What's going on? Not like roof is caved in. There's slag everywhere. Jeez. Alright. So there's that. We got one person cleaning. Minorly. But there's not a whole lot to clean, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. Begin. Oh yeah, the hay harvest decree. I wanted to switch that around a little bit. Plant hay grass. Yeah, that's fine. I had made zones out here before. Because it looks like we haven't even started on the hay grass, and in fact there's still some corn to harvest too, so I might also forbid a couple growing areas. Just to ensure that we get enough done, because it looks like we're doing quite okay with food. These corn harvests come in, and we're just swimming in it for so long that I don't think it'll be much of an issue trying to keep everybody... Excuse me. Oh, what is this? Husky 27's got cirrhosis from alcohol tolerance massive. Alright, yeah, okay, hold on. Where we got the beer at? Like, this song's a little bit loud. See what I mean with this? Compressor be damned. Where is the beer at nowadays? Where are we even brewing? Last I knew was when I put it up, like, up in here. What happened in here? Somebody gets splat by a drop pod? What? Oh, jeez, I don't know. Ah, down here. Okay. Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason for them to be in here anyway. I've noticed that having hauling animals inside the workshop, hauling stuff around inside the workshop, actually gets really annoying sometimes. They can go ahead and haul the chem fuel around, but I'm gonna just leave it at that, I think. Okay, so that might just be like a rogue cirrhosis thing going on. Not that we actually have animals just continuously consuming alcohol left, right, and center. Hey, how you doing, Wojess? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, drop pod raid. Yeah, I assume so. It's just weird seeing a bunch of slag, destroyed roof, and blood everywhere. It's a little bit shocking. There we go. Just for the hay grass. Now we need a lot of hay grass. But I am going to get rid of a little bit of what's queued up here. Just to make life a little bit easier. Where's the door for this? I see. Maybe that's why we never ended up doing the growing out there, is because it's a bit of a pain in the ass getting out to the rich soil. That could be. Wow, we got a lot of wood out here. 6,860 wood out here. Wow. Whole bunch of that. That'll never get hauled. I mean, I guess the Huskies have got something to do. Yeah, alright. We'll see if they get around to that. I think I will say don't resow that. Don't sow bit of hops. Bit of heel root, hops, psychoid, devil's strand, massive corn, massive corn, massive corn. I'm gonna say don't resell that either. See how that goes. And don't resell those potatoes either. Okay. Manhunter pack. It's Timberwolves. Wow, yeah, that's Timberwolves. 39 of them though. Or are there? Yeah, 39. Not as many as I'd expect at this point in time. Okay. We'll put everybody inside walls for the moment. They'll probably just get caught up like outside this wall. I feel like I get Manhunter packs at the start of my turn every time. Pretty sure on that. Well, Chap's doing a bit of work there. Because I don't think they'll be motivated enough to go all the way around the colony to come in through the front. Although they're a little bit trying. They're a little bit trying. We can get a few people over there set up for it. That's fine. Alistair, are you okay? Oh yeah, Plague, right, yeah. And Titan, just a few bruises and stuff. That shouldn't be a problem. And Duck arrived. Okay, and Duck... Quite a few donkeys. What do you got? Berries and meals. Okay. So, Duck, I'm assuming your schedule's already set. You seem to know what you're doing. Yeah, okay. Limestone. Slate. Don't think we needed limestone or slate anymore. I think the only things we needed in here was marble, no? Marble, marble, marble. Gonna unforbid these, feel free to do them. Limestone, sandstone, those are currently being built though. Limestone, that's currently being built. Sandstone's currently being built. That's all just wood walls. Wood doors. Yeah, we don't need any of that. That's... I mean, the marble thing there's... Sure. I feel like Sui just, like, in her haste, just did a mass deconstruct of the entire map without looking at what she was deconstructing. Which is kind of okay, but, yeah, didn't deconstruct that. Good, good, good. And that's all just steel. Cancel all of this type. 187 items of sandstone chunks. Okay, because you're just one guy, so... There, I'm just gonna have you specifically do marble. Marble's what we need. I'm not even really a fan of having you out here doing this, but I'm gonna say do that. Do that, good luck, have fun. Yeti, you need to be here like a lot quicker than that. They actually did come all the way around. Don't hold these open anymore. Come back through. We gotta wait for Yeti. Oops. And that door needs to be closed. I think that's it. They might attack it a little bit. They saw us go through. We'll see. Yeti's here, though. They're giving up there. Good, good, good. The distance should be okay, I think. It's gonna be loud. Oh, man. Yeah, whoa, Jess, you just reminded me. I got coffee, too. Yum, yum. Generally, we should be able to handle the wolves no problem here at all. With my armor and everything that I've got. I'm just hoping they don't wreck my anesthetic nose? Aesthetic nose. Although an anesthetic nose would be pretty interesting. Oh, you're one of mine. Okay. And the rest are just around the right side. Assuming you guys are in okay mood. Nope. Nope. FG squared is. XLE kind of is. So the two of you. You guys go get fixed. Yeti, I think actually I will have. Finish off just generally what's around. Is it just... Yeah, just around like that. Don't go that way, though. Go around like that. Two of them should be able to handle it, right? Doc, how you doing? Unloading wordy still. Okay. What am I toying with him here? Alright, good job, Yeti. Raid the Zenarm Mech Hive. Multiple angles attacking immediately, 10 of them. Okay, never mind. Where all? Couple Scythers. They didn't drop and they just walked it annoyingly. A few Scythers. It's just a bunch of Scythers. Okay. Well. I'm not sure you can handle... Well, maybe. I'm not sure. Would they be able to handle Scythers? Yeti, you need to get back, though. Come back over. Looks like our barricade thing was ripped apart. We'll have so much marble in a moment. Just there. Okay. So Yeti, come back. Emil Winter. You're worth so much royalty. Shabby, tending to Titan. Ugly environment. Insulted, A without table to disturb sleep. Minor pain. I'd like to know where this missing table is. Yeah, Rudy, you're still alive and kicking. No problem. I think this might be like one of your clones, though. I think we had a few wordies going on at one point. Get you guys down and over. Even you two. Man, although you're not beating that very well at all. Alright, stay in bed, Alistair. And the bruise, a torso bruise, I think is what it's complaining about with you. That's fine, you'll manage. FG's credit Excelli, I'm half tempted to have Kool-Aid Man their way through, or just try to tank it through the couple Scythers that are coming for him. I'm really not too sure. Yeah, disabled level sync silent. Yeah, that's no good. You have a level 1? Yeah, just level 1. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of choice. Like at all. I think we just gotta have one of them tank it. Unless we got an animal that's like really conveniently located that we can have push up. Maybe rip all wall down and have Alistair help out with that. Alistair, by the way, you need to be laying down with your plague, Mr. Man. Prioritize deconstructing. FG squared, stand by. Alistair, head up and help out. You're going for the dogs. Oh, that helps a lot. Do we just want to call this like a wood wall for the moment? How about? Because you could just like do that, and there's so much wood around. Yeah, I guess. You're gonna build that from the wrong side, though, is the thing. Oh, Hexeli. Okay, come down. Deconstruct a bit of this. And use this wood for that wall. Oh, jeez. How are we doing here? Animal-wise, donkey full 7. Ugh. Back to inside walls with you guys. I'm a bit late doing that. As always. I wonder if the wolves can bring them down, actually. Look at that, the wolves kicking dirt up into their sensors. Good wolves. Well, you know, the wolves might just... Yeah, the wolves got it. No problem at all. Just need to... fall back then. Shabby, you can't be up there. Shabby, come down here. Just let the wolves come in. So, Alistair, Mr. Man, need to lay down. Shabby, hang tight. Maybe come over here and help out. I don't know. The two of you can definitely come down and help out, though. Oh, they're picking out the turrets. Alright. Shabby Wabby in a daze. What kind of daze? Gonna imprison you, Shabby. I don't want you, like, wandering outside. Which, speaking of, I'm gonna forbid the doors going into here. We'll handle that another time. inside walls. Yeah, I'm going to temporarily tell that to not be up here. Mechs first, then the wolves. Something like that. We'll fix it afterwards if I remember. And that's everybody, even Excelli. Excelli, who is here now. Good, good. Blam. What a stun. And then the final hammer smash just to blast him through the wall. How awesome is that? And release. Welcome back, Shabby. So what can I do for you? Sky high expectations. Disturb sleep without table. Undergrounder outdoors. Minor pain and salted were imprisoned. I mean, you just need like... You just need some beer and tea, man. Here, equip a beer? No, drink a beer, drink a tea. Just relax. Enjoy life. Where are you guys going? Oh. Right, they fuck up monuments nowadays. I forgot that. Okay. The one scyther up there, a bunch of wolves. We're gonna see if the wolves can handle that. We need to fall back. Take out the mechs, messing with our monument. What is the fail thing? Whoops, for the monument anyway. -10 relations, perfect. And the Royal Tribute Collector is here. Do we have prisoners? No, just gold. Watch out for the mechs and also the wolves. Please don't die. Make sure Yeti is kind of in the front here. Ish. Whoa. They're just messing up a lot of wood stuff, thankfully. Nothing like actually major. They doing alright? I think they'll be okay. Not that it's like, oh, we're being attacked, so we're leaving and never coming back. Oh, hi. You guys can, like, come out and fight me now. Jerk scythers. Okay. Any more scythers on the map? Or just the wolves? The scythers seem to have like a more red circle. Hey, hello, how you doing, Ezra? Welcome, welcome. Sorry, a little bit reading your message. It's a little bit focus mode, trying to get all this sorted. It looks like we've got just wolves now. Okay. So I'm gonna... Gonna have you rest, Alistair. Make sure you get out of that, just fine. Gonna set bed rest to 1, actually. Typically always doing that, but just to hammer home the point, you know? It looks like they're doing okay. We'll get a meal out there to trade. To sell the gold and everything. Get a little bit of cleanup going on inside this dining wreck area here. Excelli, when you're done, baby, help clean up a little bit too. FG squared, put in a little bit more effort into your cleaning, please. Just like wiped a bit of dust off of A service and oh, that's good enough. Oh, come on, you guys. What? Clean. All of it. Wait, that's not very much. Ugh. Okay. Where's that threshold? Oh wait, I passed it. The minimum amount to get 3. Okay. Well, there's a bit. If they hang out just a little bit longer, well, actually quite a lot longer, it's going to be a while for this monument. I don't think we're going to be able to get the gold from that reward. Doc, how you doing? What are you doing? Not great. You're mostly just hauling bricks, huh? Don't worry about hauling. Just Minecraft. How about? Don't even worry about construction. I really don't know what your plan is here. Prisoners in the crypto sleep pads? I don't think so. It seems to be empty. It looks like somebody already beat me to that. Thank you, though. And the wolves? Looks entirely taken care of. So, open the doors again. Reassign animals. Ugh. What is this veggie eating? Ah, out there. Sure. Okay. Nice. All in order. The people who were doing mining, like Emil, who... Did you do you did an insulting spree and straight away Excelli was having none of it and started to fight with you and broke it up. Nice. Well done, Excelli. Yeah, just punch the dude in the jaw. They shut up. Nice. Well done. Cool. Yeah, we'll see about having the miners actually do a bit of mining. I guess, Emil, I can have you do a little bit of work. You know, your entire life doesn't have to be recreation. Although a lot of it would be really good. I want to keep you in like a super awesome mood so you don't like go wild or something like that. It does sound like Excelli, it's true. Yeah. Very much so. Can't believe how big this county has gotten. Man, this thing is just like hugely getting large. And you, yeah, just make marble blocks. Do that. Just drop them on the floor. It doesn't matter. I'm wondering if maybe the plan is also to just literally pick up the marble chunks and haul them back. But I think for that, it doesn't even need to be like form caravan. Bring all of you with. $21. Okay, maybe they do have to be in some sort of a zone then? But like... Because how many chunks are around? 199 of them, but like... You know? Chunks, chunks. Chunks. And then quickly resume and pause it again. There you go. So there's that also. If we're going for that and just bringing them back home, I suppose. But surely making it into bricks there is the way to go, because you get a lot of bricks and they don't weigh as much, and I don't know. I understand the concept, I'm just not entirely sure why it's required and why we're doing that. So we got the drills. Somewhere around here. Yeah, these guys doing marble. And the stone cutting bench. We may as well just have here. The chunks are really heavy. They lose like a lot of weight when you make them into bricks. I feel like the colonists could be doing a little bit better of a job with the whole brick thing. It seems like a lot of wasted material, no? Okay. And I think timing-wise we'll be okay with this. I don't imagine it being too much of an issue. We got enough people constructioning. We got brick making and drilling should be happening. Who did we have for mining? I see. Technically nobody. I see. Okay, so Emil, you're doing the mining then, not construction. Wait, come back. Meditating and rolling. Oh yeah, but I got you meditating. Alright. Screw the meditation. Don't worry about it. You can have a little bit at the end of the day. How's that? Undignified throne room still? Need meal source. No way of preparing proper meals from raw food. Huh. And marble, I guess. Marble table, marble sarcophagi, marble tables now it's put down. Okay. Is that it? I still don't like the UI for doing that, like placing down the required materials, because it's like place, like you select all the things that you want in the material, and then you say place, and it's like, okay, what material do you want to place? What I've selected generally. Zone cleaning is on. I don't know how that works. That is the button down here, little broom. Select an area that should get cleaned, and you just literally just one of the zones that you put down. I made priority cleaning, which is just the kitchen, hospital, and throne room. I think nothing else. And then people only clean that. Which is minorly. Look at him go. Oh. Hey, there you go. And that fixed the throne room, so that's back up in order. Oh yeah, also the dining rack area is yuck. If we keep this room looking nice, it makes it that much nicer. Because you get the extremely impressive rec room, and also it doubles as the dining room, ideally, if you don't have tables every 10 feet. Then you also get the extremely impressive dining room, which is another +6. Bro. Oh. I don't have anything for you, I'm sorry. You haven't... Renault here, hello. Hi, welcome. It's just a man with like 8 donkeys throwing some horseshoes around, making bricks. That's his existence. Oh man. What a life, huh? And Alistair is running wild because of the darkness. FG. FG, can you tame Alistair? Is your mood really so low? Hey, calm down, buddy. Hey. God damn it. I'll take a prisoner if I gotta. Who do we have that's like good at taking prisoner? 41%. 45%. 49%. 50% on a meal. It's not great. Not great at all. We just got to get a good time. They make bricks for sale. No, we export them to our own colony. We don't even sell them. Which maybe even more meager of an existence. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that! Look at that good yummy meat, Alistair. You remember meat, don't you? Don't you remember the meat, buddy? Pet, pet, pet. Come on, Alistair. Come back. You know me. We're great here. Remember Yanina's blue light shenanigans? Yeah, damn right. See, that's how that works. Well done, FG. Now come on back in, guy. We'll get more blue lights. I know, they took it out. It's like the first thing Meagle did was take out my blue lights. I know. We'll get them back. Jeez. The things I gotta do. No green checkmark is odd? Oh yeah, good point, yeah. There's no green checkmark for the cleaning thing, so it looks like it's not even enabled. A good point. Wild question here. Are we still taking drugs? Beer every 2 days if your mood's below 50%. Psychite tea every 2 days. Every 2 days seems rough, man. You're right. And they are taking it for addiction. Alright. We'll see. Just because I'm not seeing many, like... I'm not seeing many good moodlets on people anymore, you know? I mean, Shabby just was imprisoned. A little bit drowsy, but you're going to bed right now. So that's fine. It's also just a few people, though. I think we're okay. Just a quick reminder, I do have the join command open if you would like !join to be thrown into the queue, and I'll pick some names at random. We got a few animals to name. A couple huskies, couple huskies, a donkey, a couple boomlopes. No promises to make it longer than 3 minutes, though. It could be that I immediately slaughter you. That's just how it is sometimes. Wasn't there a weak spot with the turrets? Yeah, a little bit over there. I think I'll build another one. Just to help ensure. And it says low food, but we're okay with food. We got that. I'm cooking up a bunch. We got drilling happening, we got chunks going on. We need somebody for crafting. I get Excel, you don't have to construct, I guess. Just work on crafting. You're really quick with that. Move the tables down. Yeah, this is another one of those songs that's just like really loud. I don't know why people can't just normalize their audio tracks. It's a really big recurring problem right now. Yeah, make granite blocks. Okay, so Excel, you working on that then? Making penoxysilene. Okay. I mean, it's important, I suppose. I suppose it's important. Alright. I'll leave you to it for a moment. For just a little bit though, okay? Because, like, look. Where's the stone block making? Make stone blocks. I'll sit you guys at 1. Excel can do the other stuff, I suppose. Otherwise we end up getting, like with half the colony or something stupid like that. But yeah, meals is fine. Now that we got those wolves taken care of, give it a bunch of fine meals. Oh my god. Okay, best stockpile. Always, all the time, best stockpile. The best stockpile is literally right outside where the raw ingredients are for the other stuff. You don't need to have raw ingredients in here. It doesn't have to happen. You don't have to have these doors held open because of that anymore. Like, what? How is this still a thing? Where are you bringing those? No! No! Bring them to a normal stockpile. That's the one. Jeez. Because, like, you don't want so many people moving around in this area is the thing. Like, look at all the mess we'll just be dragging around all the time, always. If we just got a couple people doing it, it's a lot better. Otherwise, if we're storing meals in there and stuff, we gotta keep haulers busy to keep the stockpiles in here kept up on. We gotta keep people hauling stuff with the meals, because the cooks don't want to bring the meals 2 feet to the left. Oh, I hate this. I'm moving the stockpiles out of here. Really don't like that at all. Titan, what's up? What's wrong with you? Recreation starved. It's literally recreation hour right now. Donkey miscarried due to starvation. I'm assuming that's on this map. Don't know. I don't know what to tell them. We'll get people named in a second. Can you even make it for the beer? Okay, you did make it just in time. Hey, there's the beer, by the way. So that's where the animals will be getting some of that from. You okay now, Titan? Having a bit of a sleep? Didn't get a whole lot of recreation in. I'll wake you up for now. There we go. Look at that. Get that recreation up there, and he's still got some dedicated sleep hours, so he'll still be okay rest-wise. Okay, so Doc, how'd you do? Yeah, okay, I guess. Form caravan. Bring the marble blocks, all that you can carry. Choose route. Come on home. There is no food. So... cool. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Come home. The time it took for Duck to go out there and do all of that, and now to regather the materials and head back out, I feel like he may as well have just been home either drilling away at a thing or making the blocks just at home. I really don't understand why this was considered the way to do this. I disagree with that. I'm not sure about that at all. Yeah, RimWorld sound effects can be all over the place too. Music specifically, though, there's actually an INI file that dictates which tracks should be louder than other ones, with 1.0 being a normalized volume. And there's some tracks that are like 1.1, 1.2, and they're supposed to be like the more intense songs. So rather than simply just normalizing the songs to be naturally louder, for whatever reason, they're just in the INI file set to be a little higher. Well, I say INI file. You know what I mean, though. It's weird. A really, really weird thing. Alistair, creative. Do you do anything with that? Kind of, sort of, a little bit. And yeah, we haven't gotten a chance to do any of that either. Shabby? Harvesting an oak tree. Where? Show me. Where are you guys working? Ah. Yeah, okay. So you guys are working on getting the trees down and out of the way so that you can sow the hay grass. Oops. That's fine, I suppose. We'll keep an eye on it. So, naming. The 4 huskies actually first. We got... Duck's Caravan is back. We got Husky Puppy 25, who was just named Mistletoe. I overrule that. It's Ezra. Welcome, Ezra. And Husky 26. A chubby penguin. Husky Puppy 26. His majestic dude. You okay with his majestic dude? I think we've been over this before. This sounds familiar. Just doesn't fit otherwise. And Darkmarth. Welcome. We've also got a couple donkeys and a couple donkey foals. Donkey 6 is now pure salt. Donkey foal 7 becomes Worty. Worty is back again. Oh my god, look at we got a little saddlebag for the little baby donkey. Oh jeez. Got a lot of that, huh? Estpla. And donkey 10. Escaris. And then we still got 2 Boomalopes. I miss how to say that if it was Janny or Jan or Yannicka or one of those. But you're in as well as Hopsqueak. Nice. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah. Good, good. Schedule-wise, you're the same as the rest of us, Duck, because you're not a night owl or anything like that, are you? Nah, Deadshot, Beautiful, Slothful. You will do, though, the... fucking... I hate that it does that. I really don't like that it does that. You're growing plant cutting. You don't do anything else. And just if I need to tell you to clean something, then there you go. And Doc, yeah, you're going to be specifically crafting, but specifically crafting stone chunks. That's it, that's all. Otherwise, feel free to do a little bit of mining. How about that, huh? Easy life. Don't worry about it. Alright. So starvation on Duck. He's fixing it. Nice cool dining room. Nice moodlet for it. Nice. Okay. And the major break risk as well on Duck, but that should be fixed up any second though. 8 raw food. Did you not just eat a, oh, that must have been from before. He just ate a fine meal. I saw it. Don't lie to me, Duck. Again, you just drop it on the floor, pick up a new chunk, easy peasy. The time it took for him to do all that stuff with the second colony, he could have just been doing this. The dead guy in the fridge. We're hoping for a Resurrector Mech Serum. It's something you can get as a quest reward. I believe you can also find it on exotic goods traders. But speaking of, it's just about finding a bulk goods trader. But if you get a Resurrector Mech Serum, you can use it to revive a dead pawn. However, the dead pawn, if they're rotten and turn into a skeleton, you cannot, sadly, make skeleton pawns and necromancy and stuff like that. So they have to be a nice, like, fresh corpse. So we put them in the freezer, put them on a shelf so nobody notices the corpse, because the shelf just nullifies all the negative beauty and everything. They don't even go, ew, a corpse. It's totally fine. And they're just there, nice and happy, preserved. And we will resurrect them when we can. Oof, really nasty Scyther mob. Ugh. Oh yeah, and you're tough too, yeah, no wonder you died. Downside of tough colonists, if they are outnumbered, they just don't go down. And that's why I don't like the pain block thing that you can get. Pain block just to remove mood, or pain, therefore they don't pay attention to their pain shock threshold. Really, really scary stuff, actually. And we're all working down here. Looking fine. Gonna get a critical stockpile for, well, actually no, screw that. screw that. We'll just, like, cut down some trees or something. That'll be okay. You guys still doing okay? Calling some potatoes. The zone that is now disabled. Trying to cut down a little bit on some of the stuff that's out there. We do have some of the rich soil stuff plotted, though. That's good. And these potatoes are turned off. Don't have to worry about that. This corn got harvested and is resown. Definitely going to be rotting out of the field, though. Same thing with this corn. Not resowing that, though. Not resowing these hops? No, we are. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Okay. The animals are able to haul that. No problem. But the freezer is completely full. Bugged NPC, I saw that. You eating meals? Area 1? What is that? What's Area 1? You can drop your marble blocks, by the way, bugged NPC. Same thing with you, Werty. Whatever happened to cargo unloading? Aren't they supposed to automatically do that? Who else has a bunch of stuff? Yeah, Pure Salt's got a little bit of it. Esplaw's got a little bit of it. If I cared enough, I could have told them just to have a little zone down here and drop it there. But oh well. Our best talking is Emil, I assume. Emil. Currently sleeping, but you'll figure it out. Tough Pawns basically just waiting to fight their way to Valhalla. To a degree, they're really nice to have, but yeah, they're dangerous to mess with. Bit of proper medicine, a little bit of fire, foam shells, steel club, poopy weapons, poopy weapons, poopy weapons, yucky weapons, disgusting weapons. There's a minigun there. Ugh. Couple steel plate armor, steel flag. This is horrible. This is terrible, terrible stuff. I'll buy a prestige cataphract helmet that's good. I think that might be the only thing you've got that's worthwhile. That is horrible. You came in with nothing. Ugh. Oh, there it is. Because you could have that. Because you want that sort of thing anyway. Count as specific apparel. Perfect. Nailed it. Boom. Looking good. 8 lavish meal. Oh, wow. Look at us with lavish meals. I'm assuming we have an assignment there like that? Yeah, fine lavish. So the lavish meals are specifically for a meal? Which is why we're making 65 of them? Look, if only Emil's having it. Like, I guess if, like, worst case scenario, everybody can have it, I suppose. Like, worst, I'm gonna say, like, make until you got 15. Unpause when there's just, like, 8 left, man. Like, I think that's fine. And then the cook fine meal. I'm gonna get rid of those. Make Psychite T times 4. Then the package surviving meals, do them in groups of 4. If you don't have enough raw ingredients to do 4 at once, then I think we got a bigger problem at this point. Wow, those berries are blue. Good luck with the light does for them. Okay, and fine meals then, we're gonna bump this up to like 8 per colonist. And 10. Don't break, Link. Fine meal, simple meal, the packaged meal, the lavish meal. That right? That's right. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, the pawns do unload them eventually, but I think the pawns who get back, because they get back and they're just like, oh, I'm so hungry and stuff, and then they're tired and everything from the trip, and they never get around to it. It's a little bit like they just moved house and they leave all their stuff in the boxes, and they're just like, oh, I'll unpack it tomorrow or something like that, but they never get around to doing it. Tomorrow just never comes for him. I think that's what it is. How much longer we got on this? 3.8 days? Yeah, I'm doing my best here. A little more work for everybody. We'll see if they can manage it. You can have a quick meditation break, like in the middle of the day. Actually, no, you don't get any meditation break. None at all. Deal with it. Let's go! These things just take so long to make. Oofta. It looks like all we've got left are just a few of the big things, though. A table, a few large steels, a grand steel. That's it. Making good progress, and we've got still a good amount of marble bricks sitting by. Looking fine. And this decree expires in 2.7 days. That'll be when the 22 days are up. Emil's not going to be too happy about that. But I'm hoping if I keep their mood up high enough, it'll be okay. Because it starts off pretty light, if I remember rightly. I remember Yeti had a decree a while ago. For, I don't know, something or other. Some sort of thing. But it took a little while for it to actually be, like, a problem. God, look at these two go. Boom, tree's gone. Wham! It's out of ye. Fucking hell, Shabby. Alistair as well. These field hands that they've got. Oh my god. Clear a lot area. Veggie eating animal thing. You don't get to be anywhere here. You can hang out down here if you'd like. That's fine. You can hang out up here. It is probably okay. But generally, I think the idea was that we have so much growing for them that they can just eat whatever. I think was the plan. I'm a little bit tempted just to let them be kind of anywhere. We'll see how this is, though. If we get a starving notification, I'm just gonna say, like, you know, go anywhere, eat whatever. We do have a little imprisoned hair. I hope they don't mind. The dining room. That's what it is. Keep my eye on you, make sure you're actually, like, properly working and all that. Then we are at the point where I'm pretty sure ×4 speed isn't any faster than ×3 speed. Maybe slightly, but it's certainly more frame skippy. I don't know, maybe like 5% faster? I don't know, man. Hey, how you doing, Pac-Man? Welcome, welcome. Your recreation hour, going to rest now. You should be waking up then. I think we do this as well. I think I need to do this on my Let's Play as well. I don't have a recreation hour for them in the morning, so sometimes if they're up late, they don't end up getting any recreation at the end of the day. And then they just end up doing their sleeping thing, and then it's right back into work. And we sort of fall out of sync slowly with a bit of drift. I think I need to double check that later on. Currently playing through a medieval playthrough. One of the most annoying things is not having enough armor. You've got embrasures and such to provide great cover to fight your enemies, and your favorite thing is random stray shot that hits someone in the dome and kills them instantly because you haven't been able to get a blacksmith up to make armor. Even if you do get really good armor, you're still going to be screwed by neck shots. A shot that just rips right through, hits you in the neck, and destroys the neck, therefore beheading you. It's garbage. Nothing you can do against it, even with cataphract armor. The needle gun, the pila, they'll just rip right through and they can remove your neck. And then it's over. Alright, I was gonna see about calling a bulk goods trader. Yeah. Yeah, pilas are scary, dude. They're very strong. Trade caravan. Bulk goods. See if we can get a little bit of gold from them. Not sure if we can or not. Pods arrived. Oh yeah, there you go. Where have you put the gold? I see a sword. I see no psychic harmonizer. I don't know. I'm not sure. So now, with that done, we can kind of protect it, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. No available quests at all. There are found minables, Maker's collection of valuables, side trainer for blinding pulse is quite cool. The rest of it's kind of bleh. The harvest decree, that's defending this thing. Lump of gold ore. That's out there, and we can see about getting some of our miners out for that. Maybe not Shabby, because Shabby seems to like always be in a bit of a mood. I'm not sure why his pawn's always like that, but he's just always got something to complain about. Duck with a slightly impressive barrack. He doesn't even have a bedroom, so yeah, he can go. He's also being insulted, and he thinks the colony's ugly, so he's out of here. He can mine up with the donkeys then. We don't have any package survivables for him, huh? Okay. Well, we'll see. How far away is that? The possible unknown threat is a bit of a worry. Well, that's not that far away at all, so we don't need to bring a whole lot of food. We'll bring, Who else do we got who's kind of expendable? Like Duck? We could see about bringing Minorly around. They're doing the cleaning, not really a whole lot else for me currently. And you can definitely help out. Oh, hard worker as well. That's really nice. Well, chain shotgun and shooting skill and all that. So like Minorly, Doc, maybe Titan? Because like honestly, how bad can the threat be with these little mining things? Because I usually never had a threat. Hey Ove, how you doing? May the power of Doc be with you. Thank you very much, Ove. How you doing today? Good to have you. Oh, and there's all the gold. I wonder if it just hadn't been there yet. Or maybe I'm just that blind. Probably that blind. Yeah, we'll see about bringing Titan with too. So let's make a caravan. Duck, Titan, and Minorly. We'll bring a couple donkeys. We'll bring 3 just to be safe, I guess. Ah, no, 2 should be okay. And then, yeah, some meals. 2.7 days worth of food. Well, it says that. I'm bringing 3 people. So that's just like actually 1 day of food. Bring like 18 simple meals. Bring also, just in case, some herbal medicine. Bring like, I don't know, 10. Doesn't have to be a lot. Psychite tea, bring a bit of that. Not smoke leaf though. beer can be brought. I guess 10 of that as well. That should be okay. Unknown threats have been very, very easy. Yeah, I feel like... I don't think I've ever had a threat at one of these mining quests, but I haven't done them very much, so I'm not really sure. I've not heard of it really ever being a thing, though. It's not like, oh, there's gonna be an unknown threat there maybe, but it's actually like 4 centipedes or something like that. I've never heard of that sort of thing happening. Just like maybe a couple wild animals that have gone a little bit icky. That's it, that's all though. Oh, they fell asleep on the couch, enough said. Hey, nice. Hey, naps are great. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Shabby, what's wrong? Oh yeah, it's like really ugly down there. Spare point. Do we have any spare art? Are we still doing art? Is that a thing? I mean, alternatively, like, you just don't bother doing that anymore. And that's totally fine. Minorly and Duck are sleeping down in there? Oh, okay. I suppose so. Arguably, this would be just fine, though. I'm gonna say Minorly and Duck can have a different barracks, and we move this art. It's like here. Do that. And then Duck and Minorly. There. And they've already got the bunk moodlet, so they should be okay. In fact, they should be pretty happy because I'd say that that bedroom up there is nicer than this one. Oh, now your neck's crooked because you slept half on the armrest. Oof, the nasty kind of. The worst you saw 2 chinchillas for one of the mining quests? Wow, okay. So, pretty pathetic then. Understood. Could see about reinstalling this somewhere a little more worthwhile. Like some of that plasteel that's around, maybe? Okay, that's basically gone. And that one's on but off. I think those are maybe steel. So we'll turn this one back on then, so feel free to use that. We'll turn that one off. We'll just keep this one going for the chunks there then. God, we got a lot of steel, man. Holy cow. A lot of steel we can see about doing the ship computer core and getting that ready. There was mention that I could maybe see about doing some of the ship defense during my stream. If I were to start it now, which I suppose I could, then it should be okay for Miko's go. I'm not sure I'm confident in myself to be able to do the ship defense with this colony, though. Nothing against the colony, it's just I'm not used to the colony at all. Like, that's probably the hardest thing for me doing this, is the, like, if you're playing your own colony and all that, and you get threats, it's like, oh, here's, you know, 6 mechanoids. You know how well you did those mechanoids just by doing it. And then you know, like, oh, okay, our defense is really okay, we can do a lot better than that. We can handle a lot more. But I haven't touched this colony in 2 weeks, and I have no idea what's been going on between here and then. So it's difficult for me knowing exactly at what point we are. So, like, if I end up getting a raid of, like, 12 dudes with Doomsday rocket launchers, can we handle that? But I don't know. But I will, at the very least, do my best to get things ready for Miko, though, so that Miko can generally do this as soon as he possibly can. If he feels like it. I can see about getting the second ship generally up and running. So if we want to do another launch straight away afterwards, then we can. We don't have an heir for Emil. We'll need to set that for somebody. I'm not sure who that would be. Chemical Fascinated, Master Medic, Cold Lover? Probably you. Chemical Fascination can be pretty rough. They're the ones that break on the hard drugs. they'll break on the yayo and all that kind of stuff. Whereas just the chemical interest will break on like beer and psychite tea and just the pathetic things. I don't know about that. Yeti? Oh, Yeti what? Hideous environment. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's also a bit dark there. Yeah. I mean, I suppose we don't need to be working there. I'm gonna go ahead and get a light down there, though. Like, it's there. May as well. Something like that? Yeah, do you feel like doing that? You don't do construction? What if I told you to do it anyway? Oh, you'd probably say go flick yourself because you're terrible at it. Okay. Well, somebody will get around to it. Do I still have the love enhancer? You bet. Speaking of... social. I ended up getting hitched. My plan worked. We hooked up. And I had a room. But then I broke up, I think, with Zeri Zen then. And... I don't know if because I'm the one who broke up, maybe I got to keep the room? It looks like generally yes. I booted her out. So, I've got a room. I'm a little bit surprised I haven't hooked up with anybody else yet. I don't think the colony does a whole lot of talking nowadays. Not sure on that one. Yeah, we are working on the plasteel up there. Good, 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 good. Yeah, because if we get the plasteel going, we can make sure we have enough plasteel to get all these things done too. Advanced components and all that. Looks like we're still doing a maintain 8 order, which I might bump up a little bit. Because 8 really doesn't get you very far at all. Like, I think I'll say do until 20 and make components. I'll say like do until 40. Pause when satisfied and unpause, we're down to like 25 then. How about that? Major Brick, we're still on Yeti. Now what? You got awesome lights. What the hell? Hideous environment? Well, look, man. Jeez. Wow, it is fucking horrible here, though. Even with that 500 art. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Can we move the wood somewhere? There's just so much wood. I feel like just doing a giant bonfire with it all. All right. Go, yeah, go elsewhere. Here, actually, grab another meal from up here. Eat somewhere nice. How about Manhunter back. Manhunting chickens. Oh. Okay. It's actually just Mr. and Mrs. Chicken coming by. That's fine. We don't care about this colony. That's okay. Oh god, and you guys arrived a while ago. Was there a threat? I was kind of waiting for a pop-up being like, hey, here's a thing. Icicles ready for the next collector? There were not. The collector came a little bit ago. We ended up getting like 3 flavor or something like that out of the little bit of gold that we had. Which is annoying because we just finished up a quest to give us a bunch more gold. But we'll be ready for the next collector. Where's this gold at? Oh, just there. Ugh. Mine it up. Apparently there's no threat here. Titan Duck Minorly. They'll get around to it. Yeah, no prisoners in the pods. unfortunately. Yeah, I guess we can unforbid the Scythers too, huh? Looking good. Right, your break risk on Alistor, just having a nice wander way the hell down there. I don't know why. Recreation deprived, though. Well, look, man, if you actually did something that gave you decent joy, rather than having a wander on the other side of the map. Man. Look how long it takes for you to get back to bed now. I'm waking you up when I can. Actually, no, you're specifically sleeping until 2 more hours. Okay. Fine. Now, why wander way down there? Ugh. Not even the home region. Oh, well. I guess continue ripping that down. Really doesn't matter at this point. The hay grass is still work in progress, almost halfway there, about a quarter of the way there for the rest of it. The decree should be happening soon. No, yeah, it's happening now. Decree ignored 0 days so far. -5 cargo pods. Berries. Alright, I guess. Minorly. Bit of a break. Okay, it's almost time to go. You did a Titan cracking open a beer to celebrate the occasion. Nice. Drop all that stuff, because I'm sure you guys are hungry and all that. I'm thinking that's the issues here. Yeah, kind of, sort of. A little bit of tea. Okay, cool. Yeah, heck, let's settle. Yeah, no, that's okay, I'll pass. Bring back all the tea, bring back the beer, bring back the gold. We're fine on the rest of that. Come back home. And we'll see what happens to them while they're not out on the road. Yeah, well, that's exactly it, Ecliptics. Like, look how much wood we've got. Is it really worth it? Oh, man. So we're doing, well, we got the wood floor in there already. That's settled. Oh yeah, the wall sunlight, right? Yeah, I forgot about that. Get like a couple big tables in there. An IED trap or two. Something like that. Just to keep it ready. We still do have that little wood stockpile there, looking good. What is this one? Ah, some stone block sandstone. Yeah, okay. Bulk goods trader with the relation. I think those are the people that I ordered. Hey, Shabby, your father-in-law's coming by, Akio. Nice. Where are they at? Look at that. The firefight, the incapable of firefight, an undergrounder psychopath. Nice. The undergrounder runs the family, I guess. Cool. We both just kind of tolerate each other. Nice. Oh yeah, and the Duke. Oh, this is the Duke's dad. Nice. Yeah, son's missing. Yeah, your son's like up on the flotilla right now. Cool. It's kind of neat. I like that. And before I forget, because I damn near did. And also the zone allowed area for inside walls can include this area. Because that was just a temporary thing for the nasty bit of events there at the start. Minorly's caravan arrived. Welcome back. We'll set Iscaris. Who else did you bring with you? Was it literally just Iscaris? I thought there was a second one. I don't know. Laborers for the Imperium for 5 flavor, 1 colonist? Have fun, Emil. Okay, Alistar, look, man. Look. Why are you so garbage at finding some recreation stuff to do? Like, you're terrible at it. Like, you're really horrible at this, Alistair. You're so bad at finding fun things to do. You keep just wandering. There's no reason for it. None at all. We'll set it to load. I mean, I guess, like, why not send Emil, you know? Or fuck, send Alistair. No, he's the gardener. We need him. What do you do? Mining, construction? Like, kind of just hanging out. I mean, we can get research back up on the docket, I suppose, for you guys. That's okay. That's fine. I think I sent you anyway, though. Keeps him safe. Shiny Eve, asked to be a pawn. The exclamation mark join command will throw you into the queue, and I'll pick names at random, but I don't have anybody pawn-wise to name. And very likely won't. No, your rest is fine. Go do something fun. Stargazing? Okay, that's kind of fun. That counts. I suppose it counts. Let's get a little bit of recreation. That's all it takes. Oh. Okay, now go sleep. I don't know. Every time I look at him, he's just wandering around not getting any joy from it. I don't know. Oh yeah, Emil was our trader. Oh well. We got others for it. Like Excelli. Do you have... Oh, a bit of chocolate. Oh, yeah, 1 chocolate. I'll take it. Unfertilized goose eggs? Meh. Chem fuel Nutramine. The components are generally a cool thing. I'd like them. The advanced component as well. But otherwise just steel. Clothing. A chartreuse wall light? Excuse me? I want that. Chartreuse. Wow. I'll take it. You guys brought, like, basically nothing cool, though. I mean, the components, I guess. I guess there's that. Have some light leather, dog leather, blue fur, camel hide. That's it. We'll leave it at that. Chartreuse wall light. Get these fucking things out of here. Yo, Yeti. Oh yeah, you don't do construction. Be terrible at it. Wake up. Go do this. Cool. They just sell specific combination colors. That's nice. I like that. Oh my god. Awesome. I'd love to be able to make copies of that. I mean, it's just a combination thing, yellow-green. Which you could... Well, no, you wouldn't be able to. There's no yellow. You would need yellow. You can't just make yellow. Oh. Fascinating. I like it. still working on the hay grass. And Shabby sitting by idle. Wow. Well, hey, Shabby, if you got nothing better to do, I mean, I'll queue up a bit of construction with you. Maybe do some repairs. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to craft either. So you can just go ahead and do the research specifically, which is going to be the long-range mineral scanner looking for stuff. That's perfect. That's what we want. The friendship ended with blue, not chartreuse, says my best friend. And look how unique it is. Like, man, that sticks out like a sore thumb. I like that so much. I need more. I want more colors. I demand it. Ooh, get to your mood. Oh yeah, rust. Yeah, it's all a bit rough still. Let me bring this back to normal. There you go. We can reset everybody. Combat supplier. Titan's grand uncle. Great. So nothing basically. Awesome. Excelli's about to take a hostage. Yeah, just unsightly environment and everything. Yeah, the bedrooms are a bit dirty. It's true. Rare Thrombo's coming in again. Excelli having a tantrum now. Even though really your mood's fine. Technically, if you just give it a minute, Excelli, calm down just a minute. You give it a second, let it kick in a little. You always wake up like this, Excelli. Every day, huh? Wow. Okay. Well, enjoy the thrashed room. You're cleaning this up, I hope you know. I'm not cleaning it. I'm not repairing it. I'm not building that. That's -5 comfort there, Missy. Oh, jeez. Now wake up, work on that. Ugh. The collection of albums expired, that's fine, that really didn't have anything much. And Excelli, quick, talk to Ico, we'll see what they've got. I doubt anything important. You found the puke-colored lights. Not really puke-covered. Firefilm explosive shells. Man, firefilm shells are like the weirdest thing. Does anybody use firefilm shells, like, genuinely? Have you ever had such a raging fire that you needed just the inaccurate mortars to maybe possibly hit the general area? It seems so wild to me. We got a bullet shield side trainer. What level's that require? Oh, 6. Okay. Right. You could also see about getting a psychic harmonizer. The range of the psychic harmonizer is actually really big. Like, I'd say like 15-20 tile radius big. A golden spear. Well, no, I could melt that down. I mean, that's not worth it. I could melt that down though, get a little bit of a little bit of gold out of that. Really don't think that's worth it though. Yeah, no, nothing much. Okay. And if I were to gift you things, who are you guys? Who are you? The Bhutan Kin League. Who? Oh, them. Yeah, they're okay. They're fine. Okay, yeah, actually, work on your table. Oh, jeez. The Harmonizer? Yeah, it's really good. +5 mood or so in a large area. And anybody who's psychically sensitive, it can become like +6, +7 mood. But yeah, it's like a +15 radius or so around the person if they're in a good mood. Give them 10,000 wood. Actually, that's not that bad of an idea. I mean, we have 10,000 there, but there's still, you know, a bit around. That's not a bad idea. I think I'll do that. Actually, get back up there. keep our reputation up with them. Because we're at Bhutan Kinleague. We could use like another 30 or so. Oh, do they not want wood? They don't even want wood at all. They're like, no, fuck you. Oh. Drats. Oh, well. We can see about doing also these. Not the computer core, though. That requires a persona core. But we can get this ready, at least. Get it ready and set up to go. While we're sitting here doing not a whole lot. I'm just gonna see if I can get Miko as ready as possible. If he's really motivated for it, he can see about even doing. Hey, Chubby Penguin, congrats on the cirrhosis, man. Nice. Massive alcohol tolerance? Giddy up. What a dog, huh? It's annoying how much the dogs and animals in general just go for drinking beer. I don't know how they get the lid off. They're really good at it, though. I'm just saying about just getting Miko as ready as possible so we could maybe do two ship launches, or he does a launch and then gets things ready for then FG to do a launch, who then also gets things ready for XLA to do a launch, and we just pound out launches. Could also see about that. Hey, how you doing, Skydon? Welcome, welcome. The fire foam shell IEDs. Is that a thing? Oh god, it is. The IED fire foam trap. Why? Untouch or bullet impact. Why? Are there fire elementals in RimWorld? Like, maybe then. That seems so bizarre. Quick sleep or fast walk. You seem to always be in a nice mood. I'm trying to think of who I can give the harmonizer to. I mean, Titan could be okay. Quick sleeper, fast walker, so they really don't need a whole lot, which gives them more room for the recreation stuff. So the recreation's generally full. They actually know how to eat at a table in the correct room. There's somebody's master and they get nuzzled. He's got a poopy barrack though. But I mean, what I can do for that is say critical importance for specifically buildings, furniture, specifically red lamps. Oh, look at all these: azure, blue, chartreuse, cyan, green, magenta, orange, red, rose, spring, green, violet, yellow. I want those. I want a wall light ship vendor. Bring them on. Let's go. Where's beds at? Oh, bed. Literally right there. And double bed. Copy that. Actually, just paste it into there. We don't need that at all then. So we can uninstall these. Uninstall these. Uninstall those. Reinstall this. And then you're not in the dorm anymore. And then Titan will actually have a nice proper bed. Therefore also a nice proper bedroom. Get these uninstalled. And get that moved over when Manoli wakes up. And then if we want to use these for, you know, whatever. The beds are right here ready to be installed. No problem, you know? Because I think the idea with this is that we've got rooms for visitors and stuff when they stay. There you go. Build copy. There you go. And actually, they may as well be double beds, right? Like, why not? Mad emu? Oh, no. Oh, on that map. Okay. Have fun with that. Excelli, look, listen here, Excelli. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna take your jaw soon if you don't keep complaining. Or if you do keep complaining. Just stop it. Knock it off. Play billiards like a normal person. Jeez. Just angrily watching TV now. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm gonna see about doing double beds, actually. Let's build a couple of those in there. Psychic Reader, is that worth it in your opinion? Psychic Reader. You'll have to remind me what the Psychic Reader is. Yeah, and I guess also get this one furnished too while we're at it. It's already got the vent, the heating should be fine, the aircon seems to be okay. We got a raid for a mech hive. Oh, remember when we used to get attacked by tribals and stuff? I don't miss it, actually. Screw tribes. Tribes suck to fight, man. There you go. What do we got? Attacking immediately, dropping right on top of me. Ugh. Alright. Where exactly? Oh. Alistar, run! Run, Alistar! Let's get everybody then. Oh, they're gonna be going for the monument room, aren't they? The jerks. Might just have to take them down there. Shabby Wabby. You come around a normal way, though. They're coming for you, Shabby. I don't know if you can run fast enough, Shabby. There's a couple slight... It's not that bad. It's a pretty small mech raid. I'm getting pretty lucky with this. A few Lancers, a couple Scythers, and a couple Pikemen. It's not that bad at all. We can just generally go ahead and take them. We just can't really get out to where Shabby is the problem. Like at all. What's the fastest way back into the colony, actually? Yeah, all the way up and around. And the rest of these guys are heading off to the right towards Alistar. Ooh, yeah, we're just gonna have to meet him outside. I think that'll be fine. We could just meet him around that corner, but Shabby? I mean, you're not getting away in time. You're gonna have to just kite a bit, or maybe just hold the doorway. I mean, we can see. Maybe you do an okay job, I don't know. Jesus, you didn't get there in time to stop him from coming in, but... Would like you to come around. Lock them into melee the best you can. How we doing over here? I kind of ignored it a little bit. Okay, they're all coming around for Shabby, actually. Alright. Fine. Everybody except Shabby. Come down to here. They're all taking that route. This bastard's a bit of a concern. The shield belt's holding okay, though. One more hit. It adapted to the stun. Come on, shield belt, do your thing. Shield belt's doing a treat. Got a nasty cut in the torso by that Scyther blade. Jesus, you're just one-shotting everything, Shabby. This dude. Alistar doesn't have... Alistar doesn't have a weapon. Alistar, you can undraft. You guys can go for that guy. You need to take a better route. Oh my god, Shabby. Shabby's just a monster. Why are you doing that? No, shoot it with your guns. What? I'm all for XLE tanking, I suppose, but what? Okay, we got it. We get it. Yeti finally showed up over there. I think we got it. I think that's it. Just a nasty Carnotaurus. That's about it. Hey, how you doing, Zyver? Welcome, welcome. Well, that was a quite small raid. That was very easily handled. Oh my god, Shabby annihilated. Supposed to give better negotiations, trade, and social impact. Oh, the mind reading thing, basically, right? Is the lore? That one I never actually used because it really doesn't sound that great. Like, maybe if you get one really early on when you're still doing a bunch of prisoner recruitment, it could be worthwhile, because I think you can reduce the resistance earlier, or faster rather, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like, eh. And technically the Psychic Harmonizer is also a little bit, Harmonizer? The one where everybody's mood is, like, you display your mood to people around you and all that. Technically that one also isn't that great, but since we're not really doing fine meals, it kind of is what it is. Can we stop putting that on the ground, please? Best stockpile for all this stuff. And Alistair with the sad wander. Better for a sad wander, Alistair. We just got attacked though, so I think no, he's coming back. It might be okay. He might be all right. Okay. Crafters. Can go back to general crafting. So, XLE, basically, go back to crafting. I think craft then smith and stuff, but don't really worry about the stone blocks. Mending, sure. The drugged, sure. Refinery, crafting spot. See how that goes. The hope is that you will keep doing component stuff. Because we gotta keep up on the components. Keep these things going and running. Plasteel, uranium we're okay on. Plasteel we're looking okay on. Steel we're definitely okay on. And just the advanced components, which I've reset the orders to be a little bit more, so we're maintaining like, what, 20 or so? Have to give it a shot and report back? Hey, go for it. I mean, on paper it doesn't sound very great, but like there's no, it's not like there's a limit to the things that you can have installed into somebody's brain, so it's not like it's, you know, it's not taking up space or anything like that, you know? So, maybe it's cool. I just don't know of a situation in which, like, it'd be super duper handy to have that over other stuff. I'm not convinced they ever unload these animals. Just walk around with gold on you. Get it out of there. Bertie, Sob. Huskies I didn't bring. I think the baby donkeys I didn't bring this time around. Seems okay. We do have 3 more husky puppies to name if you'd like to be potentially in with your name and be a husky puppy. Exclamation mark join is the command. I'll pick names at random. Oh, what are you? I didn't know it was you. You were the one I missed before. Sandstone chunk. Okay, we'll move you. I'm assuming these unmarked ones are steel. I guess we can double check just to make sure. Somebody can move those. But Titan, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you the Psychic Harmonizer. And give you proper medicine for it. It's a brain surgery thing. I don't fuck around with brain surgery stuff. No, sir. High social impact generally means pawns get along better, which means they can grow, get a lover easier from what you've seen. Yes, true. That's why it's really nice to have a dedicated recreation spot with all your joy stuff in one room, and why it's best to have people's schedules line up so that they're doing recreation at the same time. The way that I've got it means that there's so much gap between when one person can do recreation than somebody else. Like, Minorly's is doing a bit of recreation now. Yeti happens to be there today, but it's very likely that somebody's in there for recreation just alone, and they never really sync up. So for forming relationships, this is really bad. But if you have like a really nice colonist, or a couple nice colonists, or people who have like the aesthetic noses, or are just generally beautiful and stuff, you definitely want to get them to sync up with the recreation and all that to make sure that they're together, and social skill helps with that a little bit, yeah. Active Cayman. 57 to 50. But only tendency to reach 50 over time, so that's fine. No issue there. God, Excel, your room is still so thrashed. At least you built a new nice end table for you. A decent one. At least there's that. And we haven't gotten around to doing that at all. Who's construction? Ah, really nobody. I see. Right. Well, that is what it is. We just don't have a lot of construction going on. I guess Duck can do it. Instead of mine. Prison warden. Whoa. Tiberius Chaunos. Royal archaeologist, 2 prisoners from a cryptosleep vault. Ooh, keep them secret. They got blood rot, daily treatment, that's fine. Pirates from the Sword Eagles revered the vault that the prisoners were extracted from. They'll send us raids to seek revenge on anyone who holds them. 3 raids, roughly that size. A boss, 2 drifters, 6 elite mercenaries, 6 heavies, 3 mercenary gunners, a slasher, 4 snipers, 4 pirates, 3 scavenger, and a smoke grenadier. But hey, 12 royal favor. I will accept that. 5.7 days? Oh, you bastard. Alright. Well, we get to make a decision then, I guess. Because does anybody have any royal favor right now at all? None at all. Who do we want to be the next royal dude after Emil then? We get to make the decision. Who do we generally not like too much? I was thinking this guy because of chemical fascination is a bit annoying. Was sort of my thought. Otherwise, I mean, it could be tight, and there's no reason it wouldn't be. Hey, how you doing, the Yet? How'd your turn go? I saw you, you actually got a chance to go in place of Blind, I believe, yesterday. How'd it go? Haven't played around with any of the relationship romance mods. Found that they don't really do much. I've not, no. Recently, I haven't really been checking out many mods at all. I sort of fell out of mods and was quite happy just to play with a bit of vanilla. Because I took a big break from RimWorld after 1.0 came out. I did a, that second beta version, a quick, like, heavily modded thing, but I burnt out of RimWorld so bad, and then RimWorld released, and I didn't touch it for a little more than a year? Like, when 1.1 came out is when I finally started to start playing it again. But I haven't had a chance to look at mods for 1.1 at all, because I've just been happy just to generally play again. I think I go for, Zerizen? No. Who was that? Ah, yeah, Zerizen, the chemical fascination. That's the one. I think we go for that, because this defense, we can probably handle that. I don't think that'll be much of an issue at all. There'll be a couple scary people. Did we ever get the defenses butt up? We did. Yeah, I don't think that'll be too bad. I think I'll accept it. With Zeri Zen. They'll be here in 14... No, the shuttle will be here in 14 days, but we're being attacked just at some point. 3 groups. Oh yeah, and need wart. You son of a bitch. It's that map? What? Alright. Oh, that camp. Okay, form caravan. We'll have, I don't know, Zeri Zen, I suppose. Head on over with a bit of food? Who does medical skill? Does Zeri Zen have medical skill? Yeah, you're the master medic thing. Okay, you're doing it. Go pick them up. God damn it. Pick them up. Bring medicine. Bring a bit of food. I bring like 6. 0.09 days. Wow, so fast. Go. That's fine. Went well, got about 49 royal favor from scanning gold. That was mostly all you did for that turn. Hey, you know, sometimes, like, geez, my last turn a couple weeks ago, I gave my own pawn an aesthetic nose, the love enhancer and stuff. Like, dude's pretty hot. I think that was literally it. Like, absolutely all I did for my team. Like, it's horrible. It doesn't help that I only have 4 hours to stream and other people have 6, so they can get a lot more done. But I was generally winning on quests and attacks, but neither of those really happened. It was a bit of a shame. That's just how it is sometimes. Which is fine. So Excellium and Orly can go ahead and Warden, I guess. Although really... releasing and executing can be done by anybody, that's fine, it doesn't matter. Take prisoners to bed, that's fine, that could also be anybody. Feeding them can be anybody. Delivering food to them can be anybody. Like, really, just don't talk to them, though. Except it to you, I suppose. The rest of it's fine. It's whatever. Tourist Gaming says that you're glad for me to be back. You're enjoying RimWorld YouTube content, made your days many times. Well, thank you very much. Happy to hear that. It feels generally good to be back. Generally. Oh, nice. Good dog's moving the hops around. Bit strange to put it there, but hey, it works, I guess, because we got the brew table is also in there. Yeah, that's also in there. And the kegs. Man, we need like way more fermenting barrels if that's how we're doing this. We got a lot of hops for that. I'm gonna make some more. By some, I mean a bunch. There we are. Look at that. Blue light lagers. It comes in a nice blue bottle and everything. Oh. Caravan ambush by the Sword Eagles. Oh god. It's literally just him, so it should be fine. Yeah, it's a person with a Club Cali, an assassin. Watch out. Oh, Jesus, they actually know what they're doing, though. All they do is fight. That's it. They don't do dumb labor. They don't do skilled labor. They don't care. They don't talk. They don't think about things. They're just a psychopath who's generally pretty terrible at doing what little bit of work that they can actually potentially do. All they know is killing. And they showed up here with a club against, well, an actual honest-to-God Terminator. Good luck. Yay! All right, back at it. Anything worth bringing with? No? Okay. Continuing on. Ugh. An auto-resolve for stuff like that would be great. And they arrive there. Okay, cool. These are for prisoners. Don't hold that door open. You're not. Good, awesome. I mean, you put all the meals in there, which it's fine. Lumi's escaping. It's gonna be okay. Probably. 75% chance. Oh, Lumi. Oh, Lumi, don't do this. Don't do it, Lumi. Just fall down. It's good for you. Fall down. Stop it. You can't hurt me. You literally can't hurt me, I think. Like, it's not happening. We ripped off one of your toes, kicked sand in your eyes. There you go. Finally down. Capture Lumi. Then treat him a little bit. Give him herbal medicine, I suppose. The blood rot's getting there, but it's not so bad. Feeding simple meal. Okay, yeah, fine. Cutting stone blocks from chunk. Okay, well, look. I mean, you're Dr. 9. It's my fault, really. Man, it sure rains a lot in this desert. Every time I look at it, it's pouring rain. Yeah, it's still 14%. 13% now. It is dropping. Lump of gold by a Titan. Will last 30 days. We're at... Show it to me. That's fairly far. 2 days. But I'll do it. I will do it. I'll send like a guy with well, duck, right? It's duck and like a mule or two. That's fine. We're gonna have a text coming by pretty soon, but I don't think it'll be anything too like, oh no, and stuff. Bring Wordy and Espla. Bring some meals. Oh yeah. Bring yeah, bring 6 meals. It says that's 7 days worth of food, but it is super duper long. I think that's it. Maybe like a little bit of herbal medicine for self-tending if you need it. Depending on what could possibly be there. Go! And you? Doing alright? Make sure you bandage up those chain shotgun bruises with proper medicine. I think that's fine. So we can go back world. Form caravan. Bring them with the meals, the medicine. The rest of it we don't care about. Yeah. Bring them back home. And then we should probably just get rid of that that base. Like, it doesn't need to be there. Oh god. What? Oh right, you have to keep them there. Right, I forgot about that. Like, you can't move them at all. Ah, well that's annoying, but okay. That's fine. You still got them. Or they just vanished? Oh yeah, no, they're gone completely. Alright. I forgot about that. Well, so that would have been ass. I would have had to have defended here against all of that? Ugh. That would have sucked. I'm gonna rip this apart before it becomes an issue. Man, that would have been a horrible quest to have done. Oh, a lot of stuff to defend at that little hut. Ugh. We have this going yet? Almost, just about? Getting there. Is that affecting us much? That was, well, actually, they're not here yet. They're still away for a few days. That actually works out really well. They're out of the colony, so they can't really complain about the decree not being done. Actually works out really well. quite okay with that. Man, this room's actually looking really empty. That's weird. Bulk goods trader coming by. Bladed Cherry Industries. Cool name. Bladed Cherry. Ah, there it is. You got any gold? No. What? They got 74 gold. I'll take it. I'll take it. You can have these wall lights, that's fine. This spare game of board, apparently. I'm not sure why we have that. A bit of clothing that I don't really care about. Devil's Chain button down, plain leather parka. They're buying wood, which is cool. I'll probably sell them a lot of wood and take their money. Steel, plasteel they're selling as well. We'll tentatively buy their plasteel. Just to make sure we have as much of that as possible. Psychite tea, we're doing well on Psychite tea, which is a great thing to see. It took a bit of time, but we got there.
Here to drop my monthly sub. Love the content.
Oh man, Edsart, 9 months. Thank you very much. Congrats on the promotion. Here to drop your monthly sub. Love the content. Many thanks. It's good to see you. How you doing? I think that's all I really want from them. Maybe chem fuel, but I think we have a lot of chem fuel actually. And like maybe components in the advanced component. I don't know, man. I want to double check to make sure Excelli's actually doing that stuff to see if maybe we're just using it or if we're actually behind on the production. And wood. Oh, they also got duckies. Do we want duckies? Just like Swarm Miko with 1,000 ducks? Nah, that's okay. I'd like to be invited back one day if they would have me. Let's not piss anybody off too much. Yeah, alright, so sell some wood. Bang. Done. Bit of gold, bit of plasteel. At least I'm getting gold. Getting gold, doing quests. Hey, how you doing, red shirt? Nice. Red shirt 225. Nice. I like it. Oh man, Edsart, doing good. Unreachable deadlines at work, pandemic at every corner, you know, the usual. Yeah, man, that sucks. Ugh. Is it one of those things where it's like really nasty deadlines, but everything is also priority? Like, if everything's priority, then nothing's... I can't do everything the most, you know? It doesn't work like that. But sometimes it's just how it is. Yeah, okay, you are working on it. We're just, I assume just bringing it into here as soon as possible, though. Good, good. Finally, someone that actually gets the reference. People don't know the reference? I'd be very surprised if that was the case. A bit of uranium inside the bedroom there. Do we want that? Still some more work there. That still needs to be moved over. I gotta get somebody constructing here. Like, just somebody, anybody. Anybody. It doesn't even have to be any of that great. Just somebody. Oh god. Excelli, you're in construction, Excelli. There's not a whole lot to construct. I think you can do it. Just somebody. Like, Shabby's doing it a little bit when there's no growing to be done, but we're about to have a lot of growing to be done. Oh, and some stupid animal ate all the hay grass, I think. Ugh. Oh, oops. Well, technically, you guys will be okay for... Technically, they're holding animals, but they haven't been trained yet. Is FG doing anything besides taming animals, I wonder? Or is that just her entire life currently? Demand didn't get the reference. What? Everything required management, adding features, knowing we can't make it, and new projects already on the way. Ugh. Yeah, that sucks, man. I think that's even worse than tissue box priorities, where it's like, there's always something that's priority, but as soon as that gets done, something else becomes like super hyper priority. Like basically the way I play RimWorld, basically, where it's just like, okay, we have to get this thing built, and it's like, okay, that's fine. That okay, cool. Now we have to do this. It's like there's never any downtime. It's always constant panic. But I'd say having everything priority is actually a little bit worse, because then just nothing gets done, and it's just constant stress for everybody involved. Horrible. Reference to Star Trek, where the red shirts always die, no matter what. Yeah, it's just like the default color of the extras who always just get blasted in some horrible way. Never even seen Star Trek and I know that demand. Jeez. Man. If one were to watch Star Trek for the very first time, where do they start? I heard like New Generation was good, but I don't know if that's like an okay starting point, or if that like assumes that you know things, or what. Thought it was a deeper reference? No, it's pretty simple. Deep Space Nine, the most accessible. Hey, Husky Puppy 27 with cirrhosis from the alcohol tolerance. Welcome to the club. Yeah, we have so much beer going on. I mean, you know what I could do is just build like a few beer shelves and be like, hey, beer goes over there. Because I think the issue is that we get spillover beer being pulled over here where hauling animals are allowed to go. And they're just like, oh, beer, I like beer for some reason. And they just, nom 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 nom. I don't know. Something like that. It's a bit strange. Oh, I thought 225 might have been a specific red shirt. Well, it is. It's the 225th one. It's just like a random number. It's like, oh, you're so unimportant, you don't even have a name. You're just generic guy number 73. Yeah? That's how I interpreted it, at least. Man, the Holland Huskies, though. They're doing some good work. Everywhere I look, there's just Huskies moving stuff. Super duper good. And Excel, you still doing things. Getting that recreation going. I probably have a little bit too much recreation on people currently. Set this to be ducks not here. So we can uninstall that. Can you finish that? Uninstall that as well. That's Minorly's bed. They are here. Or don't uninstall it, that's fine. I mean, fuck me, I guess. Jeez, Excelli. Oh. Ah. Well, less specific episodes, and we're just generally, like, series. Because they've got a bunch of series out there, don't they? Like, New Generations is it's an entire series of. And I'm assuming Deep Space Nine is also an entire series of, and stuff like that. Yeah, really tired. I never remember to bring bedrolls. The game should warn you that, hey, you've got 5 people who don't have bedrolls, rather than warn me about the rotten food situation, which isn't actually an issue. Normal progression would be the New Generation, the Deep Space Nine to VOI of Voyager. Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, about 2 others. Okay. Because I've always been, like, a little bit interested, just because, like, when you think sci-fi, Star Trek is the #1 sci-fi thing that a lot of people think of. And it's always been one of those things where it's like, I never even give it a shot. I don't know anything about it at all. I know a couple names, but I don't have any faces or anything associated with them, so anybody who actually is a fan would just be super upset with me. We're just missing advanced components for all this. Good. I'd always wanted to see about getting another fabrication bench up for more advanced component making, but sort of thinking that that might be a little bit unnecessary with our current colonist count. Because I've got that on my Let's Play right now, and that's working out quite nicely. Just components and advanced components. I got shelves for the advanced components and components sitting by. I got the steel and stuff on a shelf nearby, so they just like really easily... Hey, the hay harvest decree is done. Fantastic. That really didn't take much at all, holy shit. So, don't sow these at all. In fact, I'm actually just gonna say just delete the zone. We'll let the animals... Just this one growing zone, please. God. Let the animals eat that. Delete that. Don't resow these. There you go. Nice. Was quite good and easy. FG squared doing a bit of work. Another gold ore detected by Titan. Man, you are kicking ass finding this gold ore. This is super nice. Possible unknown threat, so you say. Duck, how you doing? What the hell? Alright, I assume you're doing good. Let's pack up and go! Just, everything's on fire. Reform that. Definitely bring the gold. 400 gold on that one. That was a nice one. We still got a bit of meals. Choose route. Can you make it to that 1.41 days? Go for it. And we still got plenty of room. Have I ever seen The Expanse? I've not. I'm assuming that's a different TV show entirely that's sci-fi oriented. I think the most recent sci-fi thing that I saw was... What was it? Lost in Space, I think it is. It's one of the Netflix series that's still ongoing. It started off super bad. Like, oh my god, nothing made sense at all. The characters in that, I'd love to watch YMS do a thing on that show, because the beginning of it was just hilariously bad. But it really picked up the pace, and it ended up getting pretty okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. But and then before that, like, god, I don't know, some random show from the 90s, probably. Like, I like sci-fi, I don't really have any cool sci-fi stuff to watch. We have a couple husky puppies to name, by the way, and a boomalope calf. So a quick reminder, !join if you haven't already. You'll be thrown into the queue, and I'll pick a few names at random. Get these husky puppies named, and a boomalope calf as well. Although, again, no promises that I don't just, like, slaughter you straight away. It's entirely possible I just slaughter you right away. That happens sometimes. It's not an easy life. You set the world on fire because it glimmers off the gold in a pleasing manner. Just looks so pretty. Doc? Doc, you okay, buddy? Come back to us, Doc. What about art? Well, we don't have anybody spare for art. Although I do wonder if we could get by with just one cook. Probably not. Watch you cook Zerizen. What are you doing all? Oh, you're actually not cooking at all. Hold on. Did we do it? Oh, well, yeah, we're not doing fine meals, so yeah, that's out. Oh, yeah, 10 simple meals per colonist. We're unpausing at 6 per colonist. No, maybe we could take somebody off cooking. That'd be Zeri Zen off cooking, and they could work on art. They're pretty terrible at it, though. But we'll try it. No, yeah, try art 1. Our art bench. Oh wait, no, you know what we need? Because I always forget animals can't do this. What was it? There's a button for it. Does it not work with... It might not work with the mini things. Yeah, shift left click. Oh yeah, it does. We need somebody for, like, taking stuff in and out. Like, rearm turrets, go for it. Refuel fillable things, go for it. Unload carriers, there we go. That's why it's not being done. Load caravan, you gotta do that. Load transporters. Strip corpses, sure. Haul corpses, Cremation, Campfire, meh. Take beer out. Fill fermenting barrels. All general things we don't care about. Deliver resources to friends we don't care about. Blueprints we don't care about. Merge things. Animals might merge things. I always forget because animals can't do the keg stuff like at all. So we'll say do that. And then bring up all these priorities +1. Oops. You were... Well, I had you a little bit backwards. I think you can just be back to just standard 1. Although... Stone blocks is, like, less important right now. I'm more about you doing the fabrication stuff. Okay. We okay with that? I think that's okay. Not ready for launch, loading in progress. I don't know what's being loaded in these. Oh. I see. A lot of corn. Got it. Friendship corn. The Expanse on Amazon is really good hard sci-fi. I recommend it, but give it some episodes at the start to get going, of course. That's just how it is. Animal starvation, excuse me? Oh, whoops. My bad. You guys can be hauling, actually. That's fine. That was my bad. The Expanse was on Sci-Fi for 3 seasons. Seasons before it was canned and brought back by Amazon Prime for season 4. Science fiction, but hard, realistic science fiction. Politics plays a pretty big part in it and it's portrayed really well. Oh, okay. Show a future where the veneer has rubbed off, not as polished as Star Trek, which is why you liked it, more relatable. Interesting. It could be something where I maybe check that out with the wife one day. Maybe. Do we need another geothermal, by the way? There's one right there. I haven't noticed any power issues at all. I'm gonna say we're okay. 14 kilowatts is a pretty good excess to have, I think. I'm a little bit tempted to put in hydroponics, actually. There's a bit of a temptation there. But I could do, like, the cheaty hydroponics where you don't need it roofed. Maybe the team would be okay with that. It means we'd have to get rid of our precious corn, though. We'd have to go with, like, strawberries. God forbid we have some strawberries going on. Get these names in. We got 3 husky puppies. Just Ace. BBX? And we've got... Ove. I feel like Ove gets in every single time. Husky Puppy 27 is actually Tails. You okay with just Tails or Tails 8521? I assume Tails is just fine. And then Boomlope Calf 3 is Shiny Eevee. Just Tails? Fine by me. And Shiny Eevee. Yeah, that's a very shiny Eevee. Wow, look at that thing. It glows in the dark. Awesome. Good stuff. It's deteriorating because outdoors, but not by a whole lot. I don't think it'd upset much if I were to do, like, a couple doors held open. That wouldn't piss anything off, right? Should be fine. And then it's, not outdoors anymore. The cooler can still vent out because the doors will be held open. Should be okay. Isn't hydroponic at this stage, if food is abundant, a bit waste of resources better used on ships? Well, the thing with the ships is we're just waiting for the advanced components to be made. We've definitely got the materials. Wait, is this another one? You found another one? Jesus Christ. Man, it's like non-stop with this guy. We'll have Duck, like, swing by home, grab some more food, and head up to that one then. Non-stop for him. Yeah, we are out of food. Do you do plant cutting by chance? You do. Nice. So mine that, and we'll harvest all plants. Go for it, have fun. Got a pretty strong recreation need currently. Maybe I have you do... Oh no, not heal root though. Cancel that. Maybe like chop down a tree, make a horseshoe pen. Not assigned to construction. That's a lie. There you go. I like how he botched it. It's literally just putting a rod into the ground. Oh, come on. It's recreation hour. There you go. Don't do that to me, Doc. Alright, we'll check back on him later on. FG squared is idle. Wow, you do have time in your life. Construction's done, huh? Wow, look at that. I'm shocked. I guess help hunt then if there's nothing else, and it'll just be really choosy with what we hunt. Like alpacas and buck and does and gazelle. There's actually a lot of stuff out here. Go for it when you can. More benches for Campi Manu O then? I don't know what those words are, Ove. What? What are those? Where were the berries at? Ah, right there. Do that. There's your food. And then you can go ahead and do a little bit of gold stuff. Eat those two. And then pick these up. Going back to the horseshoe pen. You just love the horseshoes now, don't you? You're all about the horseshoes. Going down for a bush now. Okay, you need to go back to mining a little bit. This is a little bit much. You got enough berries. More benches to manufacture advanced components. Ah, I see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Alistair is also idle. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for that. There's enough people becoming idle that I think a second fabrication bench isn't a terrible idea. 12 components and 2 advanced components. We can make that work. I'm not too bothered by it. Oh yeah, did we get that beer stuff made? Yeah, we totally did, and we was just stashing grenades in there. Fantastic, never change RimWorld. The shelf. Select similar. Paste settings. Ugh. Now, I was thinking about getting a shelf in here also for the steel and plasteel a little bit. Just to help them out. I don't think it'll help too much though. Miko planned that the last time, but the plan got removed somehow? I know I brought it up a while ago where we could just like bang out the advanced components to keep caught up on and all that. I brought it up at one point. Nobody really mentioned it though. And can we... copy and paste them with linkage. So if I change one, it changes the other two. Good. And then, yeah, we can have people craft a little bit. Does that make things at crafting spot, I guess? Alistair, can you do this? Yeah, I think that might be it. Requires 8 though or higher. Oh yeah, the normal components require 8 or higher as well. Alright, well, generally though, if you got nothing else to do, well, nah, because then we get a bunch of unfinished components laying around. I'll leave Alistair at it because you're actually decent at it and you could one day make components proper. I guess you can also do the smithing and tailoring, that's fine. Because it's not like we're smithing weapons to use or anything like that where the quality has to be super good. It's just kind of a little bit whatever. Shabby Wabby had to rebuff me. Excuse me? Why? Someone I don't like tried to romance me. Shabby. Oh, please. How could you have you seen my nose, Shabby? Alright. Need to get some new blood into our colony, man. What's your issue? Well, you ate some berries. Did you finish it all? Oh, you did. Oh, well done. Let's have you reform then. Bring the berries, bring the agave, the medicine, the rest of that gold, and the horseshoe pin. Actually, no, fuck the horseshoe pin. Don't bring that. And come back home. 0.9 days. He saw my nose and decided nope. He didn't fall for the double nose technique, huh? Damn. Damn. What is this? Is this just like a little eating room type thing where people are supposed to be able to like go in and it's like a nice room to eat in? So even though it's actually garbage, they maybe don't like... Every time I see this, I gotta wonder. It needs to be a lot better than that for anything. Security for a praetor. Oh, hi. Wow, that's a lot of mercenary slashers. And a few thrashers. Fleeing a troubling political situation wants to hide out here for 13 days. Enemies hired those sword eagles to hunt her. There will be 2 raids of strength 2 times and roughly this size. Must keep their mood high. They don't do any work. They like quality accommodation. Will gain goodwill if we keep the average mood above 50%. Man. The 1500 gold, right? Because it's what, like 70 gold per royal favor? So we'll be doing it for that. Legendary cataphract helmet. How good is that? Yeah, pretty dang good. But yeah, like check this out. The cataphract helmet, it doesn't protect the neck at all. A res syringe in the circle storage? Healing mech serum, I believe it is. I'll double check. No neck protection. Might be on the torso. The torso might have the neck protection, actually, thinking about it. Nah, yeah, the torso's got the neck protection. Okay, my bad. But I've seen a lot of the times just the neck goes missing in combat and you get screwed. So I'm pretty sure we accept this. Blue light district. Good. It's just that's a lot of slashers, man. It's 67 gold for 1 favor. Okay. Flavor, rather, sorry. So yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Like, holy shit. That's super duper good. It's like 20 flavor. I think we go for it. It's just so many slashers. But, hey, okay. I must keep the mood above 35%. Okay, so 50%, like, ideally. We get 2 of those raids? Okay. Hello, hi. So, we need a cool bed for you, right? I'm pretty sure title requires bedroom that needs to have, like, the royal everything. We can make that work. Alistair, sorry, bro. No, you're not bunking in with him, Alistair. Jeez, Alistair, you can sleep up here. It'll be fine. And then Zerizen keeps that room. That's fine. Animal starvation still. His majestic dude and Ove. Well, that's not my problem. You guys just gotta get food. I don't see what that's got to do with me. God, the corn's already almost grown and we're still full up in here. I'm moving the animals in. Like, you guys just go wherever. Well, okay, not everywhere. We'll leave them all on hauling. Although the boon lobes are okay eating the grass and all that, that's fine. That is actually okay. But hauling can also totally be... Oh, it is. Okay, they just need meat. We don't have any kibble or anything like that. We can make kibble. That can be arranged. That was... Yeah, all that. I will unsuspend that. I'll unsuspend that, and then that can be done by... whoever. Maybe put Zerizen back on a little bit of cooking to help out with that. Because I started the art thing, but then I got completely sidetracked. We never actually committed with it. Although it looks like there is wood large sculptures being queued up. So there, you were working on it, actually. Oh wow, and look at that. Emil Winter is back. Hey, welcome. Returned after helping them contain an outbreak of flu. Nice. Well, welcome back. Undignified throne room. Yeah, hey, look, you can have this one. Zerizen took it. They're just hanging on to it, though. They're just keeping it warm for you. That's fine. You okay with that? Undignified throne room now. Grand meditation throne. Ugh. Oh, yeah. I mean... that other person's gonna want it too. There's mechanoids dropping in. We're at this time. Once again down there. Alright. Well, let's get everybody... get everybody up and at it, get the animals inside. You stay, though. I'm not bringing you along with. Psychic Harmony from Titan, +3. Cool. I think that was just them shooting at... one of them landed within the walls. I heard something knocking on some walls just then. Just Ace with cirrhosis. Hey, grats! It's like an initiation for the husky puppies, I swear. Where are they all? They're just everywhere. They're scattered. Alright. It's all just Lancers, though. Okay. I feel like I'm getting really lucky with these raids. That was an explosion just then. Oh no! The monument! Oh well. That's fine. They broke He broke a thing down there. That's fine. It's okay. We don't care about that. Back one. Something. Okay. Get you guys back on. Get back there. Alistair, you need a weapon, Alistair. I'm sick of seeing without a weapon. What are you, melee? Ranged? I'm gonna say ranged. Have that chain shotgun. Come back to me after. Man. Emil can hang out here. And we just slaughter. You get the gun. Oh. Have to take quite the long way around for that, don't you? He's working on it. Taco Bell Extremist. I love that name. Dark Marth. Oh, right, yeah. Inside Walls is also that area. I think we went through this last time also. This seems familiar. I mean, I appreciate the random husky just like tanking and kiting a little bit, but that's super duper not what we're after. I'm gonna tell you to go to Animal Doorman and then back to Inside Walls so you immediately update your priority. Get out of here, Dark Marth. God, take your time. Yeah, Cirrhosis, you're in really bad shape actually. Alright. Miss some spots south. Ah. Thank you. Yeah. And so there's another one fucking up everything down there for me. Na gut. Hey. These are still held open. Okay, he's coming back. It's like, really? Don't go for that? Ah. Well, good shit is coming by. Hey, watch out for the Slancer in there. Actually, it's probably okay. It seems pretty happy. Oh, come on. What are you doing, Pikeman? That's it. That's it. Yeti and Shabby. Fuck it up. Thank you. Jeez, really? Man. Unbelievable. You need to not be out there. I mean, schedule? Enjoy life! That's your life. You exist inside walls. Go do that. Have fun. That Scyther? Oh, it's another Lancer thing. Alright. Oh yeah, you took like the worst, most annoying route to do that. Man, legendary shield belt. Get wrecked. Okay, so let's do it this way then. I'm not a fan of this. I understand its purpose. I'm not a fan of it though. And that was this, that was that. Raiders remain, just one dude still messing everything up down there. Shabby having a bit of a rest. Okay, fine. I also need a bit of a rest. Okay, okay. Job's done. And there it is. It's still just messing it all up. Let's get Exceli. Have a fine meal. And then trade with them, please, when you're done with that. And then Shabby or Yeti, whichever one of you's done first. We'll have you just run down there and finish it off. What's that for? What's what for? The big monument down here that the Lancer's messing up? Oh yeah, Healer Mech Serum, by the way, is what that is in there. We don't have a Resurrector Serum. The doors in front of the big turrets. Ah! It's to protect the turrets until we need them. If we get a big raid of like centipedes and all that, we just run a colonist through to open the doors and the uranium slugs can shoot through it. And then when we don't need them, we just keep the doors closed. But it's actually a really big pain in the ass opening and closing the doors for the uranium slug turrets for the centipedes, which very, 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 very rarely will you ever have just an isolated group of centipedes there free to take on. Because typically what happens is you're defending against the other stuff, the Lancers, the pikemen, the scythers and all that. They just kind of shingle their way in, and by the time they come in, you can't really get the turrets active in time. It's a great thing that sounds awesome on paper, but it doesn't work too well in a lot of cases. When it does work, it's fantastic. But yeah. I guess I'll buy the component. You don't really have anything that I want at all. Like, you mostly just came with clothing. Like, not even great clothing. I guess a chocolate. I'll take the chocolate, okay? I'll take one chocolate bar. Like, they didn't even come by with cool lights even. Like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do with that? And then talk to them again. They want anything cool for gift? Like, some corn? Who are these guys, even? Oh, the Bhutan Kin League. We can give them some corn right here and now. We got the things loaded for it, but, like... say 2,000 corn? 2,000 potatoes? They really don't care about these at all, turns out. But have them anyway. And a beer. Jeez, why not? Have a beer. It's on us. Man, oh man. If I'm ever in a situation to need the setup, you're really, really, really glad you have it. I mean, yeah, like I said, when it works, it's really, really awesome, but... man, the stars would have to align for you to just be like, we're being attacked by something. If you have an exorbitant amount of wealth, I'm talking like millions of wealth, you're in the year like 55, 30 plus, and all you're being attacked by is just waves of centipedes, like 30, 40 centipedes at once, then sure, by all means, uranium slug turrets. These are actually autocannon turrets. Are they not called uranium slug turrets anymore, or are these not even... these aren't even uranium slug turrets. Okay. I thought they were uranium slug turrets. Then, in that case, then, uranium slug turrets, absolutely the way to go, because they can really help against centipedes a lot, big time. And because it's all you're fighting, you can get the timing down a lot better. But until then, you're not going to get that situation. Like, we've been getting attacked by pikemen and lancers and scythers, and just their speed and all that, we're defending against them. We're not going to be able to power these on and then take and tag the centipedes out here and fight them. It's not going to work out very well. But yes, I will say when it does work, it's awesome. But the situation for that to happen is pretty rare. Hey, you didn't actually really get rest at all, Shabby. And why is that? What armor do we have now? I didn't really keep you up for a fight, did I? I don't think so. Come down and mess this guy up, though. Bam! What a collision. Oof. Man, Zeus hammers. Insane. Animal starvation still on Majestic. Dude, having a fine meal. Okay, wait a minute. Oh yeah, because it got you inside walls. There's no animal safety spot. Okay, well that could maybe explain something. Put y'all on hauling, unless you're one of the few boom lopes, in which case you are veggie eating. Man, Majestic Nudeness was going for well, you can eat corn. I'm not sure what your excuse was before then. Well, I don't know why you were starving. Still not ready to launch. Whole corpses, cremation bills, bills at campfire. Is it maybe considered a haul general things? I can't tell Excelia to do it. So maybe it is a haul general things. No, I still can't tell you to do it. Why you like this? Not sure. The repairing is coming in really nicely. That's all happening great. We got a lot of Devil Strand stuff happening. That's great. Duck, you almost here? Yeah, almost here. Caravan arrived at Blue Light District. Go to location quick. I will just tell you to drop your gold here. That's just drop all your stuff here, actually. That's that. And Duck has got another 400 gold. He's unloading it where it belongs, though. Okay. Okay. Get you all fixed up and ready for whatever. Harvesting some heal roots. Your recreation hour. You're drinking beer. Get set up and ready because we got another gold for you to head out and get soon. Oh, that hay grass out there. Holy shit. Delete that. Delete that. We will allow veggie-eating animals to be in this area. Have fun. That's a lot of it. What was this? Some potatoes. Oh yeah, I took the potato. I took off some of our raw food because we had so much of it going on. Like, actually too much. And we reconnect you, so you're off. Yeti, Minorly, and Duck. I mean, really just they're liking breakfast on button. Well, Yeti just still being turned on by Shabby Wab. He really just needs to update his mood. 43 royal favor and gold right now? Nice. Shit, a lot of that was me too, wasn't it? Man, I actually did something this time. And I did a couple quests. Like, a couple quests. Failed one. Oops, but oh well. I did things. We're getting the ships built, ready for Miko. Getting the advanced components and everything made up. Hopefully we get the extra crafting skill we need to get a second bunch going. Oh yeah, Duck could also do that. Oh yeah, and I wanted Hull 1, right? That's right. Make sure we keep up on some of the more basic things. I like Duck being the guy to go out there and get the gold, though. That's working out pretty nicely. He seems ready to go again. So we're heading now up there. Form caravan with duck, bringing along Werty and Espla. Bring some meals. A little bit of medicine. And a bedroll. And a steel mortar. Why do we have 3 steel mortars that we can bring with? Replacements, I assume. Okay. I think that'll be fine. Choose route. Head up for it. Go. Have fun. Still doing alright? We've yet to be attacked. Their mood's looking pretty okay, though. Looking fine. They even think it's a pretty environment here. Aw, yeah, as you're trudging through knee-high dirt and grime. Awesome. If I were to reinstall this, if I were to like remove just a notch of roof, does it still work like that? Not assigned to construction. Real quick for me, would you please, Minorly? We reinstall that. Do they still get the cool bonus for that? Because now it's unroofed, but it still counts as indoors, I believe. Because it's just one bit of missing. Okay, well, yeah, the spots for the pool specifically. That's fair. Minorly, get it out of here. Get it out of here. What are you doing? That's for the pool table. Jeez, imbeciles, let me tell you. Build a roof area. We'll remove, like, this spot. And we'll get this reinstalled. Because I believe it's still considered. No, you... Oh, God. Drop it. Put it down. Not refrigerated. Spoils 1.4 days, but it's still considered inside. So it's fine. And the temperature will still be okay because it's a roof tile missing, which isn't that much at all. You'll still get the impressive bedroom thing. And now this is yet another joy activity that you can do. And still get the cool rec area thing for it. Wow. Scanned underground, some uranium. Whose uranium? Mine. It's mine. My uranium. Not yours. You can't have it. You show me where it is? No, you don't. Was it that? No, don't boo me. You shush. That's... Wow, what's all this? It's a perfectly fine one. Yeah, that's that in that upper corner there. Booing me. There you go. €5? Hey, yeah, I'll take €5. Sure. Many thanks. And roof it with it inside, and they forget how to see through the ceiling. I don't think you can you? I think that renders it unusable. I can't forcefully tell anybody to use it. But I'm pretty sure they don't. Because it doesn't work. I'm gonna keep it removed though. Minorly, what are you doing? Get that roof out of there, Minorly. Jeez. I pay the €5. My wife will make sure I pay. No, she won't. She'll make sure you pay. She'll get you. She's got ways. Oh yeah, and the flu. God, I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure it out, right? Whoever survives, survives. I mean, if they die, they die, honestly. The Minorly. Want to move these tables? Get the beds moved too. I like Construction 9. This is great. I just keep bossing them around. And that's your room. Not that you think you get a cool room somewhere. I don't know where you're going. Getting a meal? Okay, fine. Looking good. I was hoping you could trick the game. I think you can't. Whose potato team am I on? Miko or Jam Jim? Can never keep everyone straight. I am on the Miko's team. Heppo Empire. Miko actually goes after me. And then FG will be going. And then Excelia will be finishing it off for our team. It's the last week of the season. If you didn't know. Stash the gold into pots to remove the wealth in the colony, or is that deemed too cheesy? I mean, you could. I mean, you could also just do a off-world, just like this is our colony where we hold things, and you just put this stuff over there. It's like 0.3 days away. Do you need a bunch of steel and plasteel? You just have a dude bring it over real quick, you know, or you, hell, even launch pod it over. It's like calorie counting to me. Like there's kind of a reason to do it, but it's not such a huge thing. I'm not gonna worry about it very much. Like bashing sculptures to reduce the wealth, while that does work really, really well to keep your wealth down, it's a bit of a ball ache to do so. So, cows. A lot of cows. A lot of cows. I'll set you guys over here in case they come around again. I would say we take them at the southern door, but I'm not sure they'll, all my guys will get down there in time. We will fight what we have to. Chubby Penguin, where are you going? Hauling animals. Right, yeah. You guys are in the inside area again. Not that you open doors and let them all in. Are they all hanging out down there this time? Okay, they're all hanging out down there this time. Cool. Wait, nope, they're starting to come around a little bit. They're wisening up. But I want Shabby out a little bit. Because I want to make sure that the game recognizes that their position matters. So I want them to kind of like softly engage with Shabby, and then we can pull him back, and so we don't have them cluttering all up on the same tile, like what we had with the goats before. Like that should be enough. It looks like we're okay. They're coming through the doorway a normal way that you'd expect. To a degree. They're cheating a little bit now. Yeah, don't you think about going through that door, cow. Oh my god. So brutal. Oh my god. Look out, animals! Were you? No, stop it. Oh god, this inside walls thing. Look. Just fuck off this area. This whole area. Stop it. Get out of here. Because now look, they're in the doorway. You've just complicated everything. Oh, these animals. Let me tell you. Not easy with them. Shabby, hold the line, man. Oh, God. They're all just coming in that way now. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? Stop it. Inside walls. Where do you think you're going? Cricket? Cricket? What? Maybe this mess? Did I miss somewhere? I don't know. Skydon with 100 bits, thank you very much. Your husband and I just have been following you for a few years now. Just want to say how grateful we are. You do a wonderful job and made us laugh a lot, so thank you. Lots of love from Norway. Oh, nice. Well, thank you very much. Always nice hearing that. Always nice also having people who've been around for a few years. Always cool to hear that there's folks who've been around for so long. It does feel good to pen. Folks like you who've been around for Fox basically since the beginning, like honestly, like what, the first Terror from the Deep series that I did, so like the second series ever on my YouTube channel. That's just insanity, man. Self-tending with what? Where? Ah, taking a strange route. I can see why maybe this door was forbidden once upon a time then, if that's the way that they're doing things. I can see that. Look, I'd rather you just rest until healed, though. It's honestly a lot easier. And Yeti, if you wouldn't mind, I need you to play Whack-A-Mole. Yeah, I'm working on it, Shabby. I'm working on it. Jesus. Alright. Job's done. Crack it open a quick victory beer. Nice. Replacing the wall. We still got the door there. Nice. Can you haul some of the crud out of here, though? Please and thanks. The rest of it doesn't really matter. Actually, this one matters also. Kind of. Okay. That's it, that's all. Thank you, Yeti. That's a lot of cows. Yeah, who wants hamburgers, right? Jeez, that's a lot of... That's a lot of meat. You could almost say it's back on the menu or something, right? Yeah. No? Okay. Yeah, there you go. You're still using that. Did we get a rec room bonus? Yeah. Still works. Still works. Was afraid that it maybe wouldn't work, that maybe the moodlet possibility was tied to specific recreation activities, so since telescoping could never be an indoor thing technically, then it would never even see if you are capable of having that. But looks like we are okay. So, schedule. Yeah, that's all fine. Animals. Hauling. Teach them also hauling, if you would, please. And they're veggie things. Veggie things are apparently allowed to go exactly where the beer is. I think that's because that used to be the old barn, actually, believe it or not. That might be one of the original walls for it too, in fact. Hauling animals, stay out of there. Meat eating, stay out of there. Veggie eating, stay out of here. Yeah, that's okay. Looking good. Got to the lump. Very nice. Mine it up. We'll drop a meal. And a bed. Oh, how comfy, with a nice chunk there to help you to help you stop from rolling around and falling out of bed and everything. Probably gives you some pretty nasty sleep paralysis, honestly. Goodness gracious. I saw there's actually, I'm sure they've been around for a while, but I saw when I was still in America for a bit, they were coming around to be more popular. Weighted blankets. Which are literally just a blanket for sleeping under, but they're like actually really heavy. I always thought that'd be a really terrible thing for, like, sleeping paralysis. Because typically, like, any weight on your body just, like, translates really oddly into dreams and all that, and that's why sleeping paralysis is such a thing. I never buy your horseshoe pen, I just realized. Ah, well. You'll be alright. Do you like mining by chance? Yeah, you do. I'll keep his recreation kind of okay. But, like, what good are the weighted blankets? Does anybody use those? Or, like, know why they exist? Restless leg syndrome. Oh, yeah, okay, could be. Could be, yeah, that's true. That's definitely a thing, isn't it? Because I heard about that, and then I saw it, and I just thought, like, God, that'd be horrible for people who get sleeping paralysis, because there's just this constant weight on you all the time, and personally, I would need to, like, be able to kick my legs and everything like that. I wouldn't be okay with it just, like, being locked down. We still doing the research thing? Ah. With the ground penetrating scanner. Ah, Titan's doing that. Okay. Never mind. Ah, we have it tuned specifically to gold. Oh, I didn't know you could do that, actually. I thought I was just getting really lucky with finding gold all the time, and I thought, man, this is nuts. Okay, you can tune it specifically to stuff. Got it. I never mess with this, honestly. I always just go for the ground penetrating scanner. I never bothered with this, because I always had such a fear of caravans, because when caravans were first a thing, it'd sometimes be like, oh no, you're being attacked, and your caravan's being attacked by like 7 wargs that are right on top of you. Ugh. It's horrible. Weighted blankets are so wonderful for comfort, they feel like someone hugging you. Yeah, but the whole time though. Need weight, I need to fall asleep. When studying in the US during high school, all they had were those 2 thin blankets. Slept horrible the whole 2 months. Some people just enjoy the weight on them while they sleep. You hear patients with autism also enjoy an extra weight to help them calm down. Huh. Okay. 2 ground scanners, because we had at one point, I think, 3 researchers. Sui's colonist was super awesome researcher. We would have had Emil Winter, I think, back then. Titan we've had for a little while. So we just had enough researchers that it's like you may as well scan for like a couple people scanning at once, you know? I think is the plan with that. I don't know. They never sounded like a cool thing to me, but well, you're here to hear. People seem to really enjoy them. Good to know. There's still a decent amount of plastil in there, man. And we still don't know what this is. Excuse me, XLE. Hold on. Is it a hauling thing, maybe? Well, no, I should be able to just tell you just straight up. Forbid. Oh! Yeah. You can unforbid that. I mean, you're repairing right now, which is cool, but somebody will get around to to moving that up. And I'm curious what's down there if it's steel. If it is steel, I'll mark it, because we have so much stuff here that's not actually marked. That's not really a problem, but definitely a little confusing. Sure, trade. Have some berries and agave. And a beer. Actually, fuck it, cancel. Moving on. I don't actually care at all. So spine, like bionic spine's a thing that we could make, or was that a mod? Looks like we can do that. Can we? Can we do that like first thing here? Would be awesome, because it's not a terrible injury, but it is aching, so it's always giving him a bit of pain, which is always annoying. And then he's got a couple missing toes on his left leg. It's also a bit bruised currently. Maybe we just like replace it with a bionic leg real quick. Just like get it done. Maybe an aesthetic nose? Does Shabby want to be beautiful like me? Here, I'm gonna give you an aesthetic nose, whether you like it or not. Here, have it. We'll give you proper medicine for it, too. I'm gonna make you beautiful like me, Shabby. We'll be the two beautiful colonists. We can be together forever then. Everybody will be jealous. Weight helps with your anxiety. Like the weight keeps your energy from causing you to lift off the earth. Okay, so yeah, I could see it being cool for autism then. If everything always just like too loose otherwise or so. There you go, look at that. Bang, it's in, it's done. Easy peasy. It just pops right on and off. Nice. I kind of want to just like secretly give every colonist in the colony an I keep wanting to call it an anesthetic nose. Just give everybody an aesthetic nose. I'll just slowly shape the colony to be beautiful people. Oh, man. It's a little bit tempting. So we're slowly drawing here to a close. Lacking the advanced components for all of these things. I'll quickly double check. Okay, you're making an arm now. Why are we not doing this? Oh, Alistair's claimed it. Oh god, we're doing that, are we? I hate that that's a thing. I really hate that that's a thing. That's just like, I'm doing this entire build. Like, hell you are. That's 20 advanced components. You ain't doing that. What if I copy and paste this? Because this used to be okay too. Prioritize it. It's fine. And you get just your own going on. Okay, he's relocated. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Some steel. And what was this? I assume also steel? Yeah, also steel. Okay, let me mark that. And mark that. So now we know. Reinstall you over there. With, I don't know, somebody. Jabby, drilling a deep drill. Move it over. We're not actually going to be having you use a deep drill. It's not even powered. I'd like to see you try. Oh, just like manually turn it yourself? Did he get the Michael Jackson model for the nose? No, he probably got like, oh man, like the thickest stereotypical Roman style nose where it's just like, boom, you know? Yeah, shabby, nice installation. Having a nice beer with that one. Well deserved, sir. You did a great job moving that. The fuck? A really classic Roman nose. That's what I imagine. The Squidward nose. Yeah, maybe. Oh, rip hair. Yeah, the hair did die. It never got out. Yeah. Ah, well. I guess we could deconstruct this. It doesn't need to be here anymore, huh? Whoops. That's not deconstruct. I didn't do it. It's fine. Deconstruct. All these. Okay. That's something for the constructors. That'll keep them busy. And then all that wood and stone and stuff we can, like, I don't know, ship off to somebody or so. I don't know. I'd kind of hate to be some of those other side colonies that are around that were, like, launching all this stuff to, like, oh, the colony, the Blue Light District has gifted you a thing. Oh, cool. What is it? Oh, it's 4,906 corn. Or, oh, it's 2,300 wood. Excellent. 24 raiders. Warrior Buffalo, Duck's grand uncle, and Berserker Baboon, Alistair's dad. Well, hopefully they don't stick around. Attacking immediately. They're gonna try to avoid turrets, fuel of fire, and notice some of my traps. Oh well. It's, why are these both all melee? They're all melee, every single one of them. Phenomenal. Well, positions, everybody. You know the drill. Is it unroofed? Yeah, monuments are, I think, always unroofed. I've never heard of the colonists roofing a monument. But yeah, leave it to me to, like, get somebody killed, like, at the very end of my stream. The very end of my final hot potato stream. And just, like, get, like, 3 people slaughtered because of a fucking roofing accident. Oh, God. I think it was, like, Muddy Fudger's colonist once upon a time in one of the Let's Plays. He just got completely flattened by a roof. Just over so suddenly, like, he just got in. And then, like, the very first thing he did is just flattened by a roof. Not easy, man. We can stand there, can't we? Yeah, we can stand there. It's all melee dudes, so it's fine. And, yeah, they're coming through up there, which is fine. Joke's on you. I'm assuming here? Or are you coming all the way down? Oh, they're coming all the way down. Well then. A couple of them might be going for animals. And to that I say, so be it. Ooh. At least I didn't kill 70 favor by crushing them like someone else did. Who was that? Oh, flattened. That first hit, man. This is a clap of a couple hammers. Like, what are you doing? No, come on, Buffalo. You're tying everybody up. Let's go. Get it over with. Take a number. Get the hell over here. It's very easy, very simple. You know, they're trying to rough up some of the walls and all that. They're being a bit annoying about it all. We're running through all the spike traps. Yeah, come on, Borobamir, let's go. Yeah, fine. Oh, look at that. He's coming in. Next. Go, Shock? Goes Hawk? Hey, look at that. They made it in over there. Huh. Go figure. Reconnect? I guess it can't reconnect. There's nothing in line. Huh. What about you? Yeah, nothing either. Alright. We'll pull a few back for it. Shouldn't be a problem. They're dudes with basic spears. They're all melee. And this poor guy, I think, has been broken down for, like, absolute ages. You killed it. You jackass. I hope that kills you. Caravan ambush by the Sword Eagles. It's a man named Inky and his pet rat named Rat. Inky with five melee. He's got a knife. Pyromaniac, teetotaler, ascetic. What a fun dude that is. Alright, Duck. Get on up there. Oh. Didn't even. What a letdown. And that's one group fleeing. The other one won't have. Reform caravan. I'll assume we don't want his body. We okay over here? And they're still being really shy about over there. Get ready for it there. Where else we got? And just a couple stragglers looking for spots around. Trying to burn all this down. Jerks. And they're all fleeing now. Well done, everybody. Shabby, now what? Observed corpse. Look, man, I gave you a really cool nose. Don't give me that lip. Dude's always in a rough mood, like all the time. A couple more lights in here too. It's still a little bit dark. Ugh. Blam blam. Oh. A couple stragglers. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to try to melee some of them down. And I guess home region this also for firefighting purposes, I suppose. Yeah, a couple areas need to be patched up. That's okay though. Ooh, hard snow coming down. Nice. I think this is my first snow in this. I don't think I ever made it to December on my turn. Cool. Okay, that's that. So we can clear the home region now. It doesn't actually matter. Well, that wall we want part of that for repair purposes. Yeah, seems fine. That's already patched up. This one needs to be patched up still. Shouldn't be too much longer though. Looks like that's about it though. Not many holes at all. Major break risk on Shabby Wabby, of course. Having a fine meal. Does anybody have a fine meal in their pocket by chance? How about a Psychite tea? Oh, you've got Psychite tea. Here, eat a Psychite tea, then eat a beer. And then work your way over to a fine meal. How's that? You can make it through this, Shabby. It'll be okay. I believe in you. Okay. So, I think we end it here. It's an okay spot. We're still due for a couple attacks because of this Pompeii person. Pompeii Anna, apparently. No idea when they're coming by, but she's in a great mood. She's having a really good time. She's watching her favorite TV shows on the TV, whatever they're broadcasting, I'm not sure. Having a great time. We got lavish meals, it's queued up. We got meat, we got veg. Power-wise, we're totally fine. Cleaning-wise, we're looking totally okay. Work orders seem to be perfectly fine. We're working on the advanced components to get these done, which should just be a matter of time when they finally get around to actually doing it. Should be happening. It's just a matter of time, really. Doc is still out and about. He'll be here in 0.1 days, though. Not too bad at all. Should be getting some more gold scans, too, also. It's been long enough. Yeah, getting there. Not a whole lot longer. Things are going pretty okay, though. It's pretty chill defensively. We're totally okay. We are okay generally for this ship can be launched off. It just needs to be finished up. We do have a Persona core kicking around somewhere. But that's ready to go. This one's just about ready to go. I think he could get away with doing 2 ship launches on his turn. One happy boom love. Hey, nice. Glad that you had a good time. Yeah, I may not get the most done during my turns, but as long as people have fun, you know, that's what matters. That's the most important thing. And this is my final turn with the hot potato. In fact, Miko will be going after me on Tuesday, I think, technically. The time zones make it confusing though, because for me it's really early Wednesday, but I think Tuesday. And then FG on Thursday for our team, and then Saturday with the Exeli for the final turn for our team. It was a lot of fun though. I like the hot potato. I like its concept a lot. I'd like to do more of this type thing if I can, because this is really nice. I met a lot of really cool streamers, met a lot of really cool viewers. We mixed the pot a little bit with the viewers. I know some of my viewers jumped over and checked them out, and some of the others came over to mine, and it's been a good time. I liked it a lot. I'm happy to have been a part of it, and I'd very much like to do more of it if possible. But if I were to do it again, I'm not sure about Sunday evenings. I think I might be going for one of the weekday type things, if possible, when I could actually get a longer stream in. Because I feel kind of guilty, like everybody gets their 6-hour turns and I'm here with just like 4 hours. You know, it's a bit of a bit of a roughness. It ain't no XCOM hot potato. Oh man, an XCOM hot potato would be wild. That'd be weird. Here, I'll do the Geoscape stuff if you do the Battlescape stuff, man. Nice. Nah, really good time though. I had a lot of fun with this. I'll make a little planning thing. My planning thing was finally removed. I don't know who got rid of it. I was there for a while though. We'll do the background first. That thick enough? I think that's thick enough. Make it a nice blue. It'll be a nice message. Well, it'll even look nice. I'll do it proper right. Uh-oh. I mean, that kind of works, actually. Yeah, that works. Ish. That's a bit ucky, isn't it? Yeah, that works. Got it. Thanks. Or... Damn it. I need to work on my R's. Does that look like an R? That looks like an R. And that works too. Thanks for... Ooh. Oy. Am I doing E's like that? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And the R, we did like that. Balls. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm like alternating between 4 and 5. The kerning here is all fucked. Oh, how do I do an N? Oh yeah, just like that. Aw. I did it. Thanks for everything. Ah, I'm doing it. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll say 1,723 Flavor, you're welcome. Because we exchange the saves in a Discord that both teams can see, so they'll see the save file and they'll be like, fuck, I didn't get that much flavor though. But they don't know that. They don't know it. They'd have to download it and find out. We'll keep them on edge though.